HBO docs because everybody loves this team so much. And the Knicks are like, hang on 1 second. Jalen Brunson is over here going like, maybe you guys should be talking about me a little more. I mean, it is amazing. There is something magical about this version of the Knicks in the playoffs. You know, I mean, it was happening last year, but even more so this year. The Knicks are now up 2-0 against the Celtics in the semifinals of the conference tournament. And, I mean, like literally third quarter or something like that, they were down by 20.
They were a mess in the third quarter. They didn't look like they knew what they were doing.
No, but then they came back. And the Celtics, I guess, just decided, like, okay, we got this. We don't have to try too hard. And the Knicks were like, okay, good.
I mean, literally at the same time, the Knicks figured it out, and the Celtics could not hit a shot.
Right. And
they missed like 14 or something straight shots. It was insane.
Crazy when that stuff starts happening. It really is. I mean, it feels magic. It feels like you're watching something like the fates stepped in and just wanted to tell us this amazing story.
And there were a good amount of New York fans in that crowd.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, especially I would imagine after game one. And that's the thing, too. That's why New York fans realize that this version of the Knicks do well in the playoffs. You know, they're not going to win every game. Maybe they're not going to win the championship yet, but it seems like each season they get a little better and a little better. There are players that people actually believe in long term. Like, this feels like a team that people actually believe in long term. Not one of those teams that, you know, are losing all the time and you make the excuse, well, it's a rebuilding year. You hear that a lot for teams that don't feel like they're rebuilding. But something happened in the last few years where they just got their shit together and everybody's clicking when it counts.
Well, and it's also coaching. Like, they've been conditioned.
And team owner.
And you know what? I didn't want to lead with that, but I would say, all right, if I'm breaking it down 100%.
100%. Let's put it in slices of pie.
Okay,
there's 8 slices of the pie.
I'm going to say,
who gets how many slices?
5% goes to the players.
So Jalen Brunson is getting like less than 1% of the pie.
Jalen Brunson, I would give 2.5% of that too.
Oh, so
and then
the rest
everybody
of
else gets 2.5% to share.
I mean, Jalen Brunson is the shit.
Cat and Josh Hart and everybody, they're all great.
Okay.
So 5% to the players.
All right.
5% to the coaching staff.
Okay.
And then, you know, I would give a hot 90% to the owner, whoever that is.
I don't remember who it is, but I'll tell you what.
But ownerships win.
And he's got teeth built for eating 90% of a pie. Chomping through that bad boy.
Yeah.
It's a blueberry pie, too. Let's not get those chompers stained.
I would say the James Dolan Knicks are doing great.
The James Dolan Knicks are amazing. The New York Dolans are killing it right now.
But like I was saying, there's a lot of, I think a lot of it has to do with conditioning. They play their starters close to 40 minutes a game during the regular season. And a lot of teams don't do that. A lot of teams will condition and have their players play less minutes to save it for the postseason.
But then they're not used to playing long.
You see in game one,
right.
Boston was gassed.
Right.
And they go into overtime, and they're tired, and you could tell that the Knicks are just on a different level of conditioning.
And that's what it is, right? And then and maybe in the beginning of the season, that makes things a little wonkier, but by the time you get your wind and by the time you just get used to playing 40 plus minutes a game, all of a sudden it starts to feel normal, and then people are in a lot of trouble.
They're probably not the better team, but they're the better team right now. They're figuring it out.
Right. And that's also why you get to the fourth quarter and you're able to play hard.
I mean, these two games have been incredible.
Amazing. Look at this is the final.
They didn't lead the whole game.
And then they're just like, well, they don't have to. What's the point? And I always say this about basketball. Don't tune in until the last quarter.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, these games.
This is what I say.
Don't tune great.
Because they'll fill you in. They'll go, by the way, you missed it. They were down by 20. I go, that adds context to what's going on.
I mean, that's like saying don't go on the whole roller coaster. Just go on the last drop.
Well, I mean, the last drop is usually, think about it. King Dakar, one of the greatest roller coasters of all time. One drop.
Yeah, but you love that takeoff.
I mean, they literally said, what if we cut out the rest and just showed you the fourth quarter? That's Kingda Ka, and everybody loves it. It's the best roller coaster in the entire park.
Yeah, but
we
you like
just
El
show you
Toro?
the good part. That's only because the line for El Toro starts to shrink because everybody's on the line for Kingda Ka. The reason El Toro is so great is because you can ride it 4 times. Because everybody's just waiting for the ride with one drop because you just do the best thing. I mean, basketball is built. Yeah, but you can have it on for most of the game, but you really, I mean, because obviously you could be up by 20 points. You could be in the lead the whole game. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't want to go on that ride?
Nah.
You don't
Nah. Because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, my team's in the lead. And if I'm sitting with somebody, right, and they're like, oh, I'm excited, my team's in the lead. I go, who gives a fuck? It's the halfway through the third quarter. Nothing matters.
Well, this isn't typical.
It's very typical. We had a typical NBA game last night.
Oh,
Why? You know why? You know why I think it's typical?
Why?
I saw it happen twice.
yeah, that's true.
I saw it happen twice in the same number of games.
You
So it
actually
can't be
seen
that
it
rare.
happen 100% of the times in the conference semifinal.
100% of the times, honestly, that I've even been paying attention to the Knicks, I've seen it happen. I figure this has been going on all season. Look at,
What a night.
I mean, it's amazing. Playoff basketball is great.
Uh-huh.
There's
Playoff everything is great.
Yeah.
Playoff hockey is great.
Playoff hockey is great. Playoff football is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Playoff basketball is great.
Playoff baseball is great.
I was going to stop. I can't tell the difference between playoff baseball and regular season baseball. Mike, is there a difference between playoff season baseball and regular season baseball?
It's cold out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you see people in jackets in the stadium.
I think it's more than the weather. But.
And sometimes when it really counts, Aaron Judge drops balls. But that's only in the
great.
championship.
That's only when it really
that's
matters.
only I was just getting my son into watching major sports, playoffs and championship games and stuff like that. And he's a Yankees fan due to geography. Mm-hmm. And
I know your dad hates that.
hates it. He calls him a homer. My wife's like, why would your dad say that? Why would he call him a homer? I go, baseball is bigger than some stuff.
Yeah, and he's a real one. He's not going to take it easy on him just
no.
because he's 8 years old.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. But, yeah, so my dad doesn't like it. But to this, even now, and you think that these kids, it's in one ear, out the other. But he brings up Aaron Judge dropping that ball in the championship now. Because he still can't believe it happened. But here's this was, what was it, about 12, 13 seconds left in the game?
Yeah, so Boston is up by 1, and there's, about 13 seconds left, and they immediately foul Brunson because strategically you want to get him to the line so that he can score or not score, but at least you're going to probably get the ball back instead of the Knicks keeping the entire 12 seconds and hitting the game.
And just deciding we'd like to have the 12 and a half.
Right.
We'd like to have the 12 and a half for ourselves. We only need to win by 1.
Exactly.
Okay, there he is. There it is. He tied it the first time. That's the up by 1.
They're not going to use the timeout. Plenty of time here.
Oh. Did Boston have a timeout or New York?
So, okay, pause it. So Boston had a timeout, and I don't understand, and nobody does, why you wouldn't use that timeout, because if you use the timeout, you, 1, get to draw up a play, and 2, you advance the ball half the court.
Sure.
So
Adam Sandler's just got his big fake teeth in going, call the timeout! Call the timeout! He's going to end up in the trunk of a car at his kid's recital.
the only reason to not call a timeout is because you stupidly think we got this.
We got this.
Yeah.
There's no way they can hold on to the ball for 12 and a half seconds.
We'll run the same play we ran a minute ago where Tatum ran down the court and dunked it.
It'd be totally fine. And look, they still have, they get down the court quickly. They still
they've got plenty of time.
Yeah, they still got 7.5 seconds, and they've made their way to the other side of the court. They're ready to take their shot. They're only down by 1. They don't even need 3. They're down by 1.
You just need to set up one shot.
All you need to do is get that ball in that hoop any way you see fit, and you're good.
Doesn't matter that you've missed 14 shots in the last 8 minutes.
Nobody's thinking about that. Go back to when you were up by 20. Think about that. Get back in that headspace.
Mike, full screen this.
You love this.
Oh, I've watched this 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. There he is.
It's Tatum.
Tatum's got this. No problem. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay.
Another great defensive play for the
He's like, yoink.
Run it back.
Throws it halfway down the court. Doesn't need to go in. We have it now.
Same player who stripped the ball away in game 1, Michael Bridges.
He's like, wait, I'm just going to do this again, I think.
Blocks the shot.
I mean, it's
Great
so
defense.
great. And for it to happen right then, I mean, beautiful. Who's not standing up watching this?
Oh,
You know what I mean? You don't have to watch one game all regular season to get excited watching that. It's so great.
playoff basketball.
Playoff basketball is awesome.
Now they come back to New York.
I'm really hoping. I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if they'll sweep.
No,
the
I would be
Celtics.
shocked if they did. But it would. I mean,
They could do it in 5 or 6, though.
it's also, I mean, a real deflating thing to lose 2 games where you're up 20 points.
Right. Well, that's the problem. Like, once they lose, then it starts to, like, the magic starts to dissipate.
Because this was the game, and up until the fourth quarter, this was the game where it was like, okay, Boston's going to get right. They're going to come out. They're going to be aggressive.
Right.
They're going to win this game. They're going to even up the series.
And then we'll peel off the Band-Aid, and now we can really play the series.
Now
but
let's
being
make
up
it a
2,
5-game series.
Right. But being up 2, it makes it more difficult. Also,
Way more difficult.
yeah.
They were favored, like, I think Boston was favored, like, I think the betting line was minus 900 for them to win the series, which meant that you would win $11 on a $100 bet.
Right.
$11.
Right.
That's how favored they were. Now I think it's basically even.
I mean, and they're at home. I really hope, because I don't think that the Knicks will beat the Pacers. Like, Indiana's playing amazing as well. I would like this to be the series that they win. I think this will be, and I'm not an expert, believe it or not. You can call our show, 866-969-1969, but I think I would like to, I don't know if they will, but I would like to see.
I mean, Pacers-Knicks would be incredible.
It'd be that's why. It'd be an incredible series. It'd be so much fun. The little that I know, the little that I've seen, my instinct is that the Pacers would probably get it. But it'd be fun. And also, if the Knicks beat Boston here, losing to Indiana is like, okay.
No, it's not okay.
We beat Boston.
The Pacers are playing a really banged up Cleveland team. Like, they probably should not be winning that series. I think if the Knicks played the Pacers, they would win.
Whoa. And then they get to go to the championship.
Yeah, and then they're allowed.
They're allowed. They get a ticket to the championship. They punch their ticket.
But I mean, they haven't been in the conference finals in 20-something years.
Right.
Since Linsanity, right?
Linsanity.
They won the championship with Linsanity, right?
Yeah, there was no stopping
Right,
Linsanity.
I thought so, yeah.
That lasted the whole season. It was not 1 week, and there was no stopping Linsanity. That's for sure. Boston is at minus 549 on the money line right now, while New York is priced at
No, that can't be right.
plus 404.
Let me see.
It says, well, I mean, listen, this is Google's AI assistant, and I feel like, I mean, Troy, would you trust this information?
1,000%.
Yeah, I would think so.
My mic's on.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry, dude.
He did that on purpose.
I didn't. He knows. No.
Probably, right?
I mean, the spread, like, there's...
Oh, now it's on.
Yeah, now it's on.
Oh, shocking.
Sorry.
Now he's awake.
Troy, what the fuck? The next one.
It's easy. It's easy to spin.
We're all happy here.
Yeah, no, Knicks won, and Boston is suffering.
And Boston's suffering. And I mean,
you have to like that.
it's
We're
the best
look,
of both worlds. I'm sorry to Mr. Roberts, but, you know.
he doesn't care about the Celtics.
Okay.
He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about Boston. I mean, he likes Boston as a city. Boston's a great city, but his favorite part about the whole city of Boston is Fenway Park. Like, it's not that he's like, I love everything Boston. He doesn't care. He doesn't even like Dropkick Murphys. He listens to country music. He likes the Red Sox. If the Red Sox moved, he'd probably move with them.
Okay.
You know?
Fair enough. I love Boston as a city. It's one of my favorite cities.
It's a great city, but in terms of sport,
hate.
it's our duty.
Yeah.
It's our duty to root against them. I know this is a national show, but unfortunately, we're broadcasting from the top of the Sam Roberts building, which is in New York City. What can you do? Sorry.
I don't think you're saying anything that most of the country doesn't disagree with.
What, most of the country roots against Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the country roots against New York, too.
Sure. But you get tired of dynasties. You get tired of
Yes.
teams that win.
Yes.
Same reason why everybody
That's true.
was so happy for the Chiefs
Right.
when they won their first Super Bowl, and now everybody just wants to murder the Chiefs.
Right. You want to see Bill Simmons mad.
I love seeing Bill Simmons.
Yeah. You want to see Bill Simmons get upset. That's for sure. Yeah. For sure. So big time for New York right now. And they're coming back, which means right outside the Garden is going to be full of people in brand new New York Knicks merch. I mean, tags still on. It's a hell of a time to have
Hologram
stock in.
stickers.
Oh yeah, hell of a time to have stock in Models right now, because we're going to have.
Fanatics.
That's right. Fanatics is going to prosper. We are going. Something happens to this city where all of a sudden, all the New York Knicks fans must be like the mole people for most of the season, and then the minute they start winning in the playoffs, and it doesn't even happen. It's the semifinals is when it starts to happen.
It's like when someone makes a sound in The Walking Dead and all the zombies just like...
Right. Look at this. Look at all this land. There's nothing here. And then you drop a pitcher and it breaks. And you're like, oh no.
Here comes Hot Dog.
Here comes Hot Dog, all of his friends.
Bing bong.
Everybody's shouting bing bong.
doesn't even know.
Can't find a Jalen Brunson t-shirt anywhere anymore. What happened? We were so stocked up. People are wearing sizes that are way too small because it's all they could find. Yeah.
It's fine. I'll lose some weight.
That's right. Next season, this will fit me. Yeah, but you won't be paying attention next season because it won't be the playoffs. I love it, though. I love the energy. I love it when that happens. Yeah, I mean, it's a big time for competition right now. I enjoy competition. I enjoy observing competition, checking the betting lines. I love all of it. And between the Knicks and the Celtics and the Conclave, I mean, I've been digging deep into both to figure out, because there is a money line on the potential popes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can bet.
100% you can bet. Yeah, I was reading all about it. I didn't really know about any of them until yesterday. And then I started going over, okay, Matteo Zuppi. Okay, he's 69 years old, Italian, progressive. I don't know if they'll go for another progressive. I think they're going to go for somebody more moderate is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know, I'm trying to be strategic.
You've done your research.
I have, because I don't think that they want anybody overly conservative. But also, from my knowledge that I gained from the show a few days ago, somebody called in and said that a lot of the Catholics thought that the last pope was too progressive. So they'll probably find a middle ground. That's also where it feels like the world is going in general. Everybody's looking for a middle ground these days. But yeah, I was reading all the rules of the conclave. So that are these the betting lines?
Yeah, that's on Polymarket. Which
Okay.
is,
We love Polymarket.
well, I don't know if we love Polymarket.
Okay, I don't know. I just say these things.
It's just an online place where you could pretty much bet on anything.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think that's where you could bet on the presidential election.
That's
with
great.
Crypto.
oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Pietro Parolin is the favorite right now. He's up to 28%.
Okay.
We've got Luis Tegel. Is he the? I think isn't there one that's like Filipino or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was, right. I think that's interesting.
Is it why?
There's a Filipino. I mean, because imagine if the Pope is Filipino, you wouldn't think that.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome.
Okay.
Mateo Zuppi.
I like him.
You do. You
Well,
like
yeah,
Zuppi.
because it just reminds me of Mateo.
Mateo Lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would be cool if Mateo Lane was Pope.
Right.
He goes to Rome a lot.
Right. What about Peter Turkson?
That is not a Pope name.
Well, he's only got 4% right
Yeah.
now. He's not.
Pope
he's not,
Turkson?
That's right.
No. I know they change. I know they pick a new name when they get elected, but no.
Because you'd know.
I would know.
You would know. Okay, Turk.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
More like turd, if you ask me.
Oh, Pope Turd.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, Cardinal Turd. Yeah, I don't know. It could go in. One of them is named Pizza Balla.
Pizza Baller.
Yeah, he's the Pizza Balla, which I like that idea. He's not one of the. Well, he's at 9%. He's higher up than Turkson.
I mean, listen, the favorite doesn't always win. The favorite didn't win the Kentucky Derby.
That's right. And this thing is still anybody's game right now. You know, we've now seen the black smoke rise twice. We saw it once yesterday, and we've already seen black smoke rise once this morning. So I was researching this, okay? I kind of knew the guidelines. It's very secretive, the conclave. They try to keep it under wraps exactly what's going on. But The rules, as I understand them, are that they take all these cardinals. There's 133 of them, and they lock them in the Sistine Chapel. So there's 133 people locked in the Sistine Chapel, and the food I was reading sucks. It's not good food.
I heard it's like cafeteria food.
Yeah, and that makes me think that their goal is to let's move this along. Let's they're cardinals. We'll treat them with respect. We'll have food.
Don't get comfortable.
But don't get comfortable. Let's try to we're not trying to stay here. This ain't the OJ jury, okay? Let's move. Actually, it is the OJ jury. They spent 6 hours going I guess he didn't do it.
One of them said it was food you could eat at a train station.
Right.
He meant by train station food, he meant pastas with, quote, watery sauce, simple cutlets. That's not bad.
I would like a chicken cutlet.
And salads. Not exciting, he says.
I mean, I love a chicken cutlet. By the way, what train station you go to, they got chicken cutlets and salad for you?
Sounds like a great train station. Maybe Penn Station?
I guess so, because I mean,
Penn Station's got a Raising Cane's.
They got everything now.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah. Honestly, then, if they're the Sistine Chapel, you can't get better food in there than a train station. I go, that sounds great to me.
Can you imagine if Raising Cane's sponsored the conclave?
That's their next move, I think.
Yeah.
And they would have Posty in there serving chicken tenders to all the cardinals.
They're you got to get out of here, man. You're not even...
And they're fine, you can stay, but do not tell anybody what we're doing in here. It's secret. All right. I'm just here to serve the tendies.
Turn that auto-tune off.
That's right.
You think they'd get good catering, though?
You would think.
It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they're literally, to them, figuring out who the most powerful person in the world is going to be, who's the next person who's going to be closest to God. Let's get some nice sandwiches up here.
And it's not like the Catholic Church doesn't have money.
They got money.
I think it's just a cafeteria. There's you can people still making food.
Still Uber Eats.
No, I know there's Uber Eats.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you could Uber Eats to the...
Well, you'd think the Vatican would get some great...
Why couldn't you?
Yeah, I think you could. Everybody knows where it is, especially in the area. Right?
They have a delivery area.
I mean, can you imagine an Uber Eats guy going, where's the Sistine Chapel? Yeah. Everybody fucking knows where that is.
Of course.
They got women in there making foods.
Obviously not good food.
I saw the movie. I know how this works.
No, but they they should bring in great chefs. And also, would it kill you to, reach out to all the cardinals and say, what are some of your favorite foods? You're going to be in 2 or 3 days. What kind of stuff would you like? Because I'd like to go in and be for me...
hey, we're just taking a list.
Yeah, I have kind of specific eating tastes, and I... Also, you don't want to vote for Pope grumpy.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be I had this great meal.
I'll be satiated.
Right, and I want to, there should be some soft drinks, I would think.
Yeah, I'm sure there's soft drinks.
I would like there to be a room that was set up
but
an
they
old...
They can't cater to, hundreds of people's individual
133.
tastes.
It's not hundreds. It's 133.
Okay, 133 people's individual tastes.
Of course you can. There's going to be people who have the same ones.
Have a nice spread. Let people take.
Have a nice spread. There's plenty.
You like a nice spread,
I love
right?
A good spread.
Right. And imagine they had a fountain drink that was just get a cup. Yeah. You could use it the whole Disney. You get a cup.
Oh.
They give you a cup when you go into the conclave, and it's probably a really nice cup.
Probably a chalice.
Probably a chalice. And they're yeah. Just use the soda machine all you want.
Yeah.
They got a freeform machine. Or whatever it's called.
No, because those are not good. They're very overrated. They have all the flavors, but they don't taste good.
I agree with that 100%, Sam.
Thank you. And
I'm glad somebody said it.
Somebody's got to say it because everybody has so much fun with the variety that they don't factor in the integrity of the taste.
See, I don't find that, but I also don't do soda.
Oh yeah.
I'm more of I drift over to the Powerade and the High C.
When you have a cheeseburger, you have Powerade?
I don't like soda.
That's weird to me.
If I get a cheeseburger, I'm drinking. If I'm at a restaurant,
you
go to Five Guys, you get a burger. What do you get to drink?
Okay,
High C.
No, then I'll get either a Mountain Dew or a Sprite. I can do or an orange soda. I don't like Coke. Don't like Coke.
Rules.
I don't like Coke.
Mexican Coke? You don't like Mexican?
I don't like Coke.
That's insane to me, bro. You're blowing.
So if we're going to Five Guys, I'm probably going to go Sprite.
I mean, I can live with that.
If we're being honest.
But don't shit on Coke.
Don't do it at
I'm not shitting on Coke. I'm just saying I don't like it.
You got a little. That one was on you, Troy. You got a little in your feelings about that. He really wasn't. He said it. He was just talking about his preference.
There's nothing better with a cheeseburger.
You're
They
right.
complement each other perfect.
But if I'm going to an AMC and they got a freestyle machine, I'm hitting up. I'm telling you exactly what I'm getting. I'm getting a Minute Maid strawberry lemonade.
I mean, that sounds delightful. I'm not going to say that
that tastes good, but I can understand why a Coke might not be good in that freestyle machine.
Because everything in the freestyle machine comes from concentrate.
Right.
And everything's off. You're right.
It's off. You want it, and there's when I go
Ruffling your feathers.
freestyle machine.
Like dogs.
No, I like to get my drinks from the freestyle machine. Okay. We'll talk about it. Today's the day.
Today's the day.
It has to be. It has to be. So yeah, because it comes from concentrate, and I really do get bothered when like you go to a fountain machine, and like you ever like start pouring your drink and you look at it and you realize that they're running very low on syrup because you see too much water.
Actually, pour it out. I just pour the whole thing out, all the ice and everything, and start over with something else.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Or I go complain. I'm like, hey, you got to change your tank.
Have to. I'll wait. Yeah, so no. I wouldn't. If I walked into the Conclave and there was a freestyle machine, I go, no. I would want, like, the way McDonald's does it with the steel drums of syrup. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
I mean, now you're asking a lot for a conclave. They're just trying to get
It's the Conclave. It's literally the most important thing you could ever do.
It should be whatever you want.
I mean, yeah.
It's crazy that this is an issue.
Like, celebrity green rooms should not be treated better than the Conclave. The Conclave should be it. It should be paradise on earth. Like, it should take...
Well, then they never want to leave.
It should take 3 months to elect a pope because the Conclave is so great.
Like when Homer gets excited to be sequestered.
That's right. That's exactly right.
But they're trying to get a new leader.
Yeah,
That's right.
Take your time and make the right choice.
And you could get your wife to come and find you a turkey on your vacation away from worky. Whatever you need. Yeah. No, because that's right. Because you don't want to rush through it.
You don't want to pick some jerk off. Like, why'd you pick him? Like, bro, we were so hungry.
I was
we just want to
hungry.
get the hell out of there.
All they had was a freestyle machine in there. I wanted real soda. They could never make me a cardinal.
No.
It would upset the whole apple cart. So, and they say that generally the conclaves last, I think the last one was 2 days, the one before that was 3 days, but they say 2 to 3 days is generally what they last. And they get everybody in there, and they say that, like, you really don't do anything, that these guys read their prayers and vote for who amongst them should be the new pope. And they do, on the first day of the conclave, they do one vote. That's it. The whole day they do one vote. And then if somebody doesn't get 2/3, I want to say, I think it's 89 of the 133 votes you got to get. If there's not any cardinal that gets a full 2/3, then they burn all the votes. It's secret ballots too. You're not like, you're writing it down. Secret ballots. And apparently they take forever to fill out. It takes like an hour and a half to fill out one of these ballots, which is, come on.
What the hell does it say?
Just write the name on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we know what we're voting for. You don't have to vote for the whole cabinet. Just let the Pope decide everything else.
It's an ordeal.
It is an ordeal. And then...
It's sacred.
Then why don't they have good food?
Yeah. Exactly.
If it's that sacred,
Exactly.
why don't they have good food?
Because it's also, they follow tradition.
Okay.
Shitty food?
Shitty food is not a tradition.
No.
Because in Christian, when you're raised Baptist like people are, you know what the best meal of the entire week is? Sunday dinner after church. And Sunday dinner starts at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey.
And it's a spread.
But there's tradition. It's the same reason why there's no utensils at medieval times. It's tradition.
You have Coke, but you don't have utensils?
We don't talk about that.
So if you don't get 2/3 of the vote, then they put like a chemical additive in and they burn all the votes. Right. And that's what makes it black. Yes. So they make the smoke black so they know that once these votes are burned, black smoke comes out of the chimney and everybody that's outside of the Sistine Chapel is going like, oh, right, they haven't figured it out yet, and they boo the Sistine Chapel. That's exactly right. That's what they do. And then every day besides the first day, they vote 4 times. So today they'll vote 4 times. If they're still there tomorrow, they'll vote 4 times. And they just keep going and go. They could technically go all year if they want to. They go and go and go until one person gets 2/3. And they'll do 4 votes a day from now until somebody gets 2/3.
The longest conclave was 2 years and 8 months.
Oh.
Between November 1268 and September 1271.
It went over into, wow. Wow.
They missed Christmas.
Because they were just, I mean, look. Spending Christmas inside the Sistine Chapel is probably the best place you could spend
Christmas.
Christmas.
It's also the 1200s. Like, what are you getting for Christmas?
What the hell's
Rocks?
going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You go walk around?
Right.
What are you missing?
That's probably why they stayed in there for almost 3 years.
Right. And it's like, yeah, the food sucks out in here, but it sucks out there too. It's 1268. Like, food sucks.
Yeah.
You kidding me? In the 1200s, food was terrible.
Terrible.
Forget about a freestyle. They didn't have soda at all in the 1200s.
Shortest conclave was in 1503, and it only lasted a few hours.
See, that's the one you want to get on.
They were like, "That's the guy."
That's the guy. We already know who the guy is. This food sucks. I'm not standing because they said, okay, first you guys will vote, and then after a vote, it'll be lunch. And they said, and what's for lunch? And then it's kind of just dry pasta and
Pile of shit.
yeah, there's some shit on a plate. And they're like, guys, can we just vote for this guy? Let's
get out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
McDonald's.
Yeah, let him. Yeah, exactly. Let's go to the McDonald's. Let that guy be the Pope. Who cares?
I mean, isn't there a McDonald's in the Vatican?
There should be.
Yeah. Ba 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 ba.
I mean, if Trump can get it at a snap of his fingers, the
You
Pope
think the
can.
Pope can, right?
It'd be great if all the 133 cardinals had a Diet Coke button.
Yeah.
I'd purposely be voting for somebody nobody else is voting for because I'd want to stick around as long as possible.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, this is great. People would catch on to me like the one juror who keeps messing things up.
There's a
stay.
McDonald's at the Vatican.
That rules.
Probably in Vatican City.
It's not in the Sistine Chapel?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, they were like, hey, what are you doing with that corner right there? If you're not doing anything with that corner, we would love... I mean, we think it would really like increase foot traffic. But you want foot traffic, right?
Yeah.
You want to sell postcards, don't you?
Of course you don't.
What if everybody came in here and got a little something to eat?
McDonald's.
A McDonald's. Yeah. Also, we will do it for free during the conclave for the Cardinals. Yeah, do the Cardinals get a card like Happy Gilmore had to get some free McDonald's?
I don't.
Free, but only in the Vatican, like free Vatican McDonald's.
I mean, I'm sure they just give it to them. Like when I worked at Burger King, we would just give like cops like food.
That's sick. So all I need is a robe, and I can get in and get free McDonald's.
I'm sure they're like, here, just take
Should we do that, Troy?
1,000%.
You want to get on a
I don't
plane?
think Troy's gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, I'm a cardinal."
What are you talking about? I'm Cardinal Kwan.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about me?
They would look at you and they'd say, "Bullshit."
And then I'd be right next to him. I go, no. He's telling the truth. Anyway, I'm also a Cardinal. We're here for our free food.
We look great in our garb.
We would look really good in our garb.
Eat McDonald's
and they're like, oh, you want the 10-piece? I go, we'll go 20.
That's right.
I think God wants me to have a 20.
You're right. We're gonna get you a large Coke. You guys supersize here, right? Because they don't Could you start supersizing in the Vatican?
Yeah.
I wonder what special menu items they have at that one.
Yeah, and are there any secret menu items?
Yeah.
Like if you order a certain way, will they give you something fun, like a McFlurry sandwich or something?
The McDonald's is steps away from
great.
St. Peter's Basilica.
That's the way St. Peter would have wanted it.
Despite outrage from some.
Who
would outrage about that?
People who aren't hungry. The very full.
Everybody loves McDonald's.
That's right. Maybe a vegan.
Yeah. It's like
But even then, just get an apple pie.
Yeah.
They're great.
Oh, some cardinal was very against it. He said McDonald's fare was far removed from Roman gastronomic traditions.
No, there's a lot of gastronomic traditions at McDonald's.
No.
It's very gastronomic. Trust me when I tell you.
think that was his complaint.
That's what my family says. They go, our only problem with you getting so much McDonald's is that it's so close to the Roman gastronomic traditions in this house now. And it's not the healthiest of foods. Big deal.
Despite the holy outrage in some quarters, 2 nuns were spotted on Tuesday lunchtime going inside the press. See, people were excited.
But also like oh, it's not the healthiest of foods. Like worst case scenario, it kills you. And what you're a cardinal. You're going to heaven. Guaranteed. Like
exactly.
It's all good.
And let's see the slop your guys are eating in there now. Can't be any worse.
That's right. That's right. Absolute slop in the name of tradition. Roy in Toronto?
Yes. Actually, the McDonald's in Rome, and you could actually order a beer in the McDonald's. Oh. It's €1. So I went there about 10 years ago, and my son had his Happy Meal, and I drank a beer while I was watching him eat his Happy Meal.
That's great. That's that's paradise. Thank you, Roy.
You can order beer at McDonald's in Italy even through the drive-thru.
That's great.
Which seems a little...
I think that's perfect.
Don't give a fuck over there.
They're like, you're not going to drink this until you get home, right? Yep.
Of course not.
Of course. That's crazy. Okay.
We trust you.
Can I get a straw?
I mean, you could go through the drive-thru and just be like, 2 beers, please.
Yeah, I just want 2 beers. Do you want any food?
No. And these are for home.
Those are for home, yes? Yeah, I'm not going to touch them until I get home.
For sure.
Can I get a straw?
Can I get a straw? No, you can take the paper off.
That's insane.
You just take a sip. Yeah, no, I'm not going to have any more until I get home.
I just want to make sure it doesn't spill.
That's a sip. I'm just trying to get the top off. You know how that works.
Maybe they're just all alcoholics over there. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
But if everybody in Italy was like, aren't all the roads like on water? Like, wouldn't everybody just be driving into the water?
It seems really unsafe.
It does. It does. Mike, have you been to your homeland?
A couple times, yeah.
Wouldn't people worry about that? If everybody's getting drive-through beers from McDonald's, wouldn't they all just drive into the water?
I mean, it is a peninsula, but there are places that don't immediately border the ocean.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, all the photos I see, it looks like you could fall right off.
Yeah, I mean, they're all like, we mainly use gondolas, not even cars.
No, it's a few miles wide.
Really?
It's like water, Leaning Tower of Pizza, water.
Yeah.
No, they got some mountains and stuff over there, too.
Center of the boot? Ankle area?
All the way up and down.
I got you. All right. Well, that's news to me because I see these gondolas and the guys with their little straw hats on or whatever they're wearing.
Plus, they got the Alps all the way up north.
I thought those were French.
Yeah, those are the French.
They're
French Alps.
They're Swiss and French Alps.
That's not Italy.
No.
Well, it's up by the northern border.
Italy's near there?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I had
You learn something new
I
every
had
day.
no idea.
Wow.
I heard Swiss Alps, French Alps. I said, that's it. Right down there is Italy.
Shit.
Can you take a gondola down there?
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, a lot of people are invested. Hopefully, the white plumes of smoke come up
I guess. I mean,
later today. What do you mean you guess?
no, you said hopefully.
Hopefully. This is an exciting thing. I want to know who's going to be the Pope. It's competition. Also, I like... Huh?
Did you bet?
I haven't yet.
Okay, you should. You should.
Because I'm worried. I'm worried I don't know enough, and I don't want to just bet on the favorite. Maybe I'll bet on the Filipino guy.
I didn't even see him on the list. What? He must be low.
Oh,
They need an Asian pope. That'd be awesome.
it'd be sick.
I mean, you want to talk about progressive? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's change it up a little bit
Switch
for
it
once.
up. Some old cranky white guy again?
What is it? The 1500s? Come on, guys.
Go
We've
woke,
seen
go
this.
broke.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true too. Forgot about that.
Bring up an excellent point.
Yeah. I forgot
I'm
about
just
that.
trying to fair and balanced.
Do they have the glass car ready for them to drive in as soon as they name the new Pope?
Pope Mobile?
The Pope Mobile?
I don't think Francis used the Pope Mobile, or he didn't use the bulletproof glass one.
I would use the bulletproof glass one because I think it's a flex. I think it's like people care so much that they're like that. This is how big of a deal it is when I show up. If you're not using the bulletproof glass, it's almost like people don't care as much. And I would want to give the perception that people really cared. Very positive, very negative. You want that. In this day and age, you want it.
You don't want to be like Benedict, where like nobody really cared and just thought he was a creep.
They looked at his face. They were
You're like,
he
you're
looks-
weird. You should resign.
You look weird. You look mean, and also you're covering up a lot of stuff.
And he's like, all right, I'll go.
Yeah, why you keep hiding people?
Sorry.
It's like, fine, I'll quit being the Pope. Nobody really does that, but I quit. I'm all set.
I mean, nobody does that.
I never even heard. I didn't even know you
That
could.
was yeah, I thought that was like for life.
Yeah, no, he was like, I mean, I did it. He said, I've done what needs to be done. I'm out.
You could just one day be like, hey, you know what? Here's my robe. I'm done.
Yeah. They're like, you can't quit. Oh, really?
Watch me.
I'm not a human being with free will.
You're not going to tell me I'm not going to walk right out that door right now.
I'm walking out the door.
I'm going to McDonald's.
Are you going to stop me? Because I'll whip your ass right here. Is that what you want to say? You want everybody to see that? The ex-Pope? Because make no mistake, I am no longer the Pope.
I'm going to smash a quarter pounder right now.
And it's
Fuck off.
And by the way, I'm going to have to pay full price because I am not the Pope. I don't get the free stuff anymore because I quit.
Take this job and shove it.
That's right. Yeah, we'll see. It's a very, very exciting time. You're waiting for the plumes. Do we know when the next one hits, more or less? You said, Travis, that
It was like an hour ago.
Oh, okay,
that they
so we
maybe
got some
voted,
time.
so, yeah.
We got some time. By the way, I'm getting word that Pope Francis was not even near the top of odds makers list in 2013. He was as high as 33-1 to be elected at one book in Ireland, behind as many as 15 other candidates. That's who you got to look for. Because you would have really made quite a fortune.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you
you're
had put
just
money on Pope Francis.
throwing darts, basically. Like, who knows?
You mean because I don't follow this whatsoever?
No, but I mean, like, who
There's no
knows?
reason, right? I mean,
Who knows who is going to, like, get the momentum once you're in there?
And they're so secretive about it.
Yeah.
Did you hear what they said on CBS about it when they were trying to clear it up? And this is what really caught me on it, Mike. If you have that, CBS kind of cleared up, because I was confused about the conclave because I didn't see the movie yet. So I was confused about it, and then I was watching the news, and they were kind of explaining it. I said, too complicated. I don't understand all these words you're talking about. But then they broke it down in my terms, and I was like, oh, okay, this is not offensive at all. This is a very normal way to describe things, and it's a very normal way to describe things for people like me. It got me interested. And like it's almost like the MTV's Rock the Vote campaign.
Oh.
Except for the Pope.
It's like when Bill Clinton went on Arsenio Hall.
Right. And he was like, I did not inhale. And everybody was like, this guy is so cool.
Watch me play the sax.
Yeah, he can play the sax too. Yeah, like Troy, I could see, like, as I was discussing it, I could see you were kind of glazing over, like, okay, all right, enough with this. I think this clip will help you a little bit.
Okay.
And definitely very, very normal stuff, and definitely stuff that people should just say on the news. It's totally normal.
Understand is that all of that takes time. You know, we imagine in the conclave that there's all this charged political debate going on. No, inside the Sistine Chapel itself, virtually the entire time that the cardinals are inside is given over to the ritual of the balloting. Each ballot takes about an hour and a half, and with this extraordinary number of electors, it'll probably even take a little longer.
So they sit the whole time? They don't stand up and
Most of them will tell you that while that's going on, they're sitting reading their breviary. That's a book of prayers that clergy have, or praying a rosary, or doing. The one thing we know they're not doing is checking Instagram, because their devices have all been confiscated.
I believe the kids call it raw dogging it if you're going to go through a long period of time with no electronic.
What are you talking about, dude?
That's what they're doing.
What are they doing?
Raw dogging.
How do you know? Would you hear it on the news?
I heard it on, was it CBS?
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine my child sitting down at the dinner table going like, yeah, all the Cardinals are raw dogging it right now, waiting to find out who the Pope is. I'd be like, son, you're punished. He's like, well, I heard it on the news. I was watching the news and I heard it. How can I be punished?
Don't Google Cardinal raw dog.
Like, what? I believe the kids call it raw dogging. No kid was thinking that. Nobody was watching that going, oh, you mean raw dogging.
He just wanted to say it.
Of course he did. Of course he did. It's one of those things. It's like yesterday when I kept repeating Guillotte because I was so proud of myself for knowing it. He knows it, and he's like, oh, I could sneak this into the conversation.
You think he learned it, like, this morning.
Right. Yes, I do.
And he was like, oh, that's what they do on airplanes.
Right. And this is going to be a very normal thing for me to say. Some of the anchors in the studio won't get it, but the kids out there.
The kids.
Yeah. Wait till your kids hear it. I mean, this is like...
It's funny.
But also, like, insane.
Yeah.
He's on the news.
I mean, is it
talking
the news
about
anymore?
That's right. That's right.
Just entertainment.
I mean, imagine going to journalism school. Like, I'm going to pay $100,000 to go to college. And I'm going to get a degree in journalism because I believe in journalism. And I'm going to go to the news station. And then the minute I get a live mic, I'm going to be like, yeah, the Cardinals are raw dogging. Whoop, whoop. I mean, that was something that Sirius thought was funny when they were like, let's name our dirty channel the Raw Dog channel. You get it? Like, fucking. Like, what? And see, this is the problem. This is the problem with slang. A lot of times people don't understand the origin of the slang. And if you can't properly contextualize the origin of the slang, you don't know appropriate places to use it.
But that term has evolved.
The origin is still the origin.
It's still an origin, but...
Yeah, we all know what it is.
Right. But, you know, it's...
Cardinals raw dogging. If I told you there's a bunch of Cardinals in the Sistine Chapel raw dogging right now...
I would believe you fully.
Right. And then I was like, no, I mean on their phones. You'd be like, what?
Huh?
I didn't know that's what you were talking about at all.
Okay.
How does that make any sense?
Yeah, what? I thought you meant like, No, dude, what? Listen to him. Hit it, Mike.
No, they're not doing is checking Instagram, because their devices have all been confiscated.
I believe the kids call it raw dogging it if you're going to go through a long period of time with no electronic device.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what the kids call it, man. I mean, some people talk about that on an airplane.
Yeah.
Not in the papal conclave.
Yeah, that's probably the wrong term to be using with you know, what's happened in the past.
Yeah.
Well, you're right.
It's the Catholic Church on the highest levels. You shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
We all know. You know, like we all saw the Michael Keaton movie about the newspaper. They uncovered everything.
That was in bad taste.
It was.
What, the movie?
No. Movie was a true story.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught that at the beginning.
No, I just thought maybe like bringing it up was in bad taste.
It's like we did it.
Oh,
Like,
guys,
the article came out. Like, could you stop?
you don't have to make the movie.
No, I think Troy was referring to the newsman saying the Cardinals are raw dogging in there. Mike, are you a Catholic?
No, we kind of phased out of all that.
Who's you talking? Are you not? Are you saying radio legend John Montone raised you without God in your life?
Yes, precisely.
Oh no! Known Satanist John Montone,
And here we are.
Yeah, I mean,
Take your kids to church, folks.
That's right. I would think though that like Silvio Dante would be very upset with them saying raw dogging in the conclave.
Yeah, there's an odd morality there, where
Right.
you can run an office out of a strip club,
Yes,
but still be disgusted
right.
by the use of the wrong word in church.
That's right. That's 100% it. Yeah. So so that's what they're doing in there.
Guess we wait.
Especially because I don't think anybody thought they were on Instagram. Like,
I mean, everybody's on Instagram.
but you think the Cardinals are like scrolling?
Yeah, of course. Or TikTok.
Somebody snuck a phone in there.
Of course.
What are they hitting them with yonder bags before they go in? Why are they keeping it a secret?
Okay, you have to put your phones away.
Yeah, but then the VIPs like me, they're like, we'll unlock yours.
Thank you, Cardinal Kenny.
Yeah. So, all right. So, see, I mean, we're at a real crossroads in society because they're at the Vatican. You know, one of the most important, honored traditions for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years is going on. Meanwhile, here in the United States, we have been following the saga of the Delco pooper. You know about the Delco pooper?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. It's a lady in Delco.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, so
poop?
There was what state is Delco in? Ohio, Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. We're talking about the woman on the car.
Yeah. Was that
That's Pennsylvania.
That was okay. Did you know that before you even watched?
I saw,
like, based on the headline, you're like, I'm going to assume PA?
I saw something where it was like, PA woman defecates on car. And
Yeah.
It's like, this makes sense.
So, apparently there was a road rage incident in Delco. And at some point, this 42-year-old woman had absolutely enough and decided to get out of her car, because the lady behind her was honking or whatever, get out of her car and squat over this lady's hood and defecate on top of the car. And as luck would have it, cell phone footage was running. It's amazing. We don't have footage of the aliens. We don't have footage of Loch Ness.
Inside the conclave?
We don't have footage inside the conclave. But we do have crystal clear footage to the point that we know the consistency of the dump of the Delco pooper. You could start this news story, Mike, from the very beginning. I like the way the news anchors kind of...
From the top?
From the top. I like the way these news anchors... First of all, I like the way they explain the story, and I also love that they have to do a poop story. I think that's funny that these news anchors have to... And they know, too, like, they could have if they wanted to. Like, some of these news stories, they get 30 seconds. But the person who's in charge, the general manager, goes, no. We got to do a nice 2.5-minute chunk because this is what gets ratings. Doo-dooing on the cars is going to bring eyeballs in.
This is gold.
If you were watching, Troy, if you were watching a rerun of The Big Bang Theory, as you're prone to do,
Sure.
and the commercial comes on, tonight at 10 p.m., somebody pooped out a car, tune into the news. Are you staying up for the news?
I'm locked in.
Right. They probably didn't run this till about 10:20, just like teasing. We're going to get to the poop story.
Ran a couple commercial breaks.
Oh, yeah. They probably made the advertisers pay top dollar to get on those first commercial breaks, because everything after the Delco pooper is like...
Yeah, as soon as I see it, I turn it off.
That's right. So, yeah, this is how they covered it. This is coming from, what was it, like Delaware County in Pennsylvania? Yeah.
Bizarre and nasty road rage incident caught on camera is also catching the eyes of police and social media users.
A Delaware County woman is facing multiple charges after she is seen defecating on a car hood.
Say it, lady.
This was all after an apparent dispute with the driver. NBC 10's Lily Zhang was in Prospect Park as the suspect was taken into custody.
Hit pause for a moment. I love that they say an apparent dispute. We can't confirm the dispute, but the defecation is far from apparent. The defecation is true.
That definitely happened.
Right. I don't want to say anything that's going to get me sued. An apparent altercation led to an absolute defecation. 100%. I saw it. Okay, go ahead.
The police chief for Prospect Park says he has seen some road rage cases during his career. Somebody cuts someone off, then the drivers might get into
Big
a
break for
heated
Lily, by the way.
exchange. Then
The
they
reporter.
typically drive away. But in this case on Tuesday, there was a little more to that, and the incident was captured on video by a bystander.
Oh, here
That
she comes.
video, shared thousands of times on Instagram, shows a woman identified Thursday as Christina Salametto
See, hit
walking to
pause.
another.
It's blurred out. But have you seen the real?
Oh, of course.
Let's look at the let's take a break from this news story to watch the real version, so that you can really see. I mean, it's
soupy.
That's a good word for it. That's a good word for it. I was going to say disgusting, but soupy works as well. See, oh, he got it. He got a clean shot of it. Oof.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, the bitch just shit on her car.
All right, hit pause. You gotta go straight to, and I feel bad, but you'd have to go straight to the car wash and go like, look, I'll tell you, here's what I would do. If they shit on my car, the Delco pooper struck again, and they shit on the hood, I go right to the car wash, and I go, look, I'm going to give you a tip at the end of this, and I will buy the most expensive package. Because like you click the wrong box, you know, when you go to the car wash and they give you the thing and they go, just check the box that you want. If you check the wrong box, you go to the cash register and they're like $85, please. And you're like, what box did I check? I thought there's going to be like 30. But I go, look, I'll check them, whatever the most expensive. I don't care if it's $130.
You'd get the car detailed.
Detailed. I would do the most expensive thing. I'm going to tip you guys. But there's a big shit on the hood and you're going to have to deal with that. That's your
just
problem.
Go to one
now.
of those self-wash places where you just put in what you want and then you just go right through.
You just drive, like you stay in the car?
Yeah.
See, what I would be afraid of is it was
Then
on
no
the
one will
front.
know.
So it's like, where's the air vent to into the car?
Oh, you're so right.
I don't want her diarrhea poop getting into the air vent, so then it's coming through the air conditioner.
And it would be because it was leaking down the front of the hood into the grill.
I mean, what do you do?
Go to Paul Wall and get a new grill.
That's a great idea.
Maybe wash it yourself so you know which way that water's going.
Oh, and then, but can you imagine you go to the car wash, you think everything's fine, and then you have a little motor trouble. You pull over, that's a week later, and you open the hood, you don't realize some seeped into the hood, your whole hood's under the hood, it smells like shit.
Yeah.
And it's been there the whole time.
Dry piece of carrot.
Oh, you hate that. Why is there corn in my oh no, I just realized what that
I forgot about
was.
the Delco pooper.
The Delco pooper struck again. I forgot I was struck by the Delco pooper.
This woman could definitely use a little fiber in her diet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she needs some of that Jamie Lee Curtis yogurt for sure. For sure. I don't even know what you would eat to get that consistency.
I mean, I know.
Goulash?
I think I'm gonna guess
I've had this problem many times. I've never
2 cheeseburgers and a 10-piece McNuggets.
That'll do it. I've definitely been there. I've never had a road rage incident where I've had a spraying bowel movement on somebody's car.
You do it in the toilet?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a toilet rage incident that happens here every morning.
Maybe she drinks that juice that you were drinking before your colonic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe she just like, oh, I'm just thirsty. I just drink this colonic juice.
I mean, I feel like she did it almost on command.
It is weird when people are like, I'm going to get revenge. I'm going to shit on you. And it's like, I don't have that kind of, like, my body just tells me now is the time. I don't have it. Like, I don't walk around with a loaded gun.
No, but you got to understand, like, this woman, like, it's in the chamber. It's ready to go. Like, this just the road rage and the bowels incident, it's just all happening at the same time.
I also feel like if I were in this position, after going, because I'd be in a rage, I go like, oh no, I don't know what to wipe with. Like, I think I got in too deep here. I really don't know what I'm doing. But she seemed to very calmly just pull her underpants back up and go like, yeah, that's fine. Like almost like she's done it before. Like, you know what? If you don't have anything to wipe with, you just don't wipe, and who cares?
I mean, it's either one of two things. She blasted so hard there was just nothing to even wipe,
and she would know that because she's probably blasted in the past.
Yeah,
that's what that movie Blast from the Past is all about. Brendan Fraser just diarrheaing all over Alicia Silverstone's car. Remember that one?
I do. Or if you pull over and you blast diarrhea all over the front of somebody's car.
Sure, which she did.
Having a little, moist feces left around your hole really is the least of her concerns.
I get you. So she's thinking, I go home, there's a little skid mark in my underwear. My husband goes like, is there a skid mark in your underwear? It's like, wait, you should have seen the other guy.
wait to turn on the news later.
Yeah, that is the ultimate. Yeah, but you should have seen the other guy. All right, let's go back to the news report.
Identified Thursday as Christina Salometo walking to another woman's car.
You need to give her government out like that.
Sits on the hood. We're not showing the most graphic parts of the video, including when she appeared to defecate on the car.
I know it's being joked about a lot.
Yes,
I know there's all kinds of puns,
by the way,
innuendo.
Hey, pause. This is the chief of police talking. I'm sure it's being joked around a lot by your own employees. It's probably very difficult. Also, why am I picturing Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler, that movie, sneaking up behind, knowing that the Delco Pooper is out there trying to get video to sell to news agencies?
I like this guy's name.
Humor online about this.
Madonna, Chief David Madonna.
The bottom line is we are treating it seriously.
David Madonna.
No town wants this to happen in their town.
Lady pooping on the car.
No town wants this.
No town wants it. No, it's not a town issue. Nobody wants this. No human wants this. This shouldn't happen. However, every town wants to hear about it happening in your town.
I'd watch it.
We did. We just did.
If I was like parked somewhere and I was like, this woman pulls down her pants and blasts all over somebody's car, I'd have my eyes peeled. I couldn't take my eyes off.
Okay, let's say I come back from the future, like Doc Brown with a sports almanac, right?
Okay, yeah.
And except it's about news events.
Uh-huh.
And I go, I want you to know, Troy, that in 6 hours on this corner, the Delco Pooper is going to shit on this lady's car. Mm-hmm. Would you pull up a lawn chair and some popcorn and just wait?
100%. I'd have a camera ready.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be great. Honey, come with me.
This will be great.
Wait till you see the show. Would you tell? You bring your fiance. Would you tell her, or would you let her be surprised?
No, just follow me. This is going to be great.
You're going to love this. Trust me when I tell you. You won't be disappointed. She's like, I was very disappointed, Troy. I wish you hadn't showed me that.
Park Police Chief David Madonna says it happened by 4th and Madison. Like most people in this neighborhood, police say they too found out about the incident through social media.
I thought it was going to be hit was. I thought it was going to be they too were hit by the Delco Pooper.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is what I mean. This is the best part of Pennsylvania news when it's like we're going to go to people on the street to talk to them. How could this possibly go wrong?
Is that a Dolly shirt?
Oh yeah, it is. She loves Dolly.
Good for her.
I mean, how do these two fit in the car?
Yeah, well, I mean, it does. That lady that was suing Uber, like she's got a lot to answer for if these two are in the car together.
Israel at first.
We thought it was fake news.
It was hilarious in the same sense. News. Like, to be able to poop on a car like that was impressive, but it was disgusting at the same sense.
Oh, I love that. Eagles fan, of course.
It was impressive.
Look, first thought, impressive. Second thought, kind of nasty.
She had to go.
Christina, do you have a comment?
Oh, there she is.
Salometo was brought to the Prospect Park Police Department Thursday in handcuffs, offering no remarks. She faces a number of charges, including indecent exposure and depositing waste on a highway.
The recognition a town gets over this kind of thing, it's really unwelcome. We don't want this.
Well, you got
Chief Madonna says with
Chief
any
Madonna.
road rage incident.
Would you rather us talk about the fact that your police chief is named Chief Madonna?
Always a level of frustration, but never a need for it to escalate.
There's anger. People are in a hurry to get everywhere. Things are certainly tumultuous in our country, to say the least.
What?
There's a lot of anger out there, and sometimes this is how it presents itself.
Now, we spoke with the suspect's family a little
pause for a moment. Do you watch this going, man, our country is divided? Like, I don't know if lady shitting on another lady's car is we've got to stop being so divided here. I don't think that's what it is. You know, something tells me that the Delco Pooper may have had a screw loose to begin with.
Had nothing to do with anything being invited.
I mean, ever since Elon bought Twitter, people are shitting on each other's cars.
Earlier this evening, they did not agree to an on-camera interview, but they claim that there is more to the story than just the video that's being shared.
That's what I
am
thought.
told that they are working on getting an attorney. Reporting in Prospect Park, Lily Zhang, NBC 10 News.
I can't wait to see how they spin it.
No, that's out of context.
Your Honor. What happened before this video? I don't know. I mean, she ate gross food. I don't know what happened before this video.
Yeah, like what could possibly make a judge or anybody be like, oh.
I know. There's only one thing.
What?
An AI victim statement. I do love AI. Not guilty.
I love that AI.
I love that AI. Yeah. If you look at her, though, Mike, if you go back to that for the other video when she's walked out in handcuffs, she does kind of make a statement to the crowd, which I think is valuable.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me, and I asked her that's what's happening.
What'd you eat that?
Chased you? I have a sickness. You said she chased you? Yeah, she chased me.
Yeah.
And I got out and begged her to stop.
You got nothing better to do?
She's got a sickness.
I mean, shout out to the person who said, "What'd you eat that day?"
We all want to know.
Yeah. She did it. I saw one video where she said it was clean. She said her bowel movement was clean.
No, we saw otherwise.
You're a bowel movement expert, dude.
I feel like I am. Yeah, you're right.
You're saying that's not a clean bowel movement?
That's a loose stool.
You never want a loose stool. Especially on a Thursday morning. You just don't want that.
No.
Jeremy in North Carolina?
Yeah, guys, it kind of reminds me, I worked on a golf course when I was 18 years old, and somebody got really pissed off, and they shit in all of the golf, the holes on the green.
What?
I don't know if it was a team of people or one mad guy, but he shit in all the cups.
I mean,
at least three or four, but he emptied. The guy got shallower and shallower as he went along.
That's insane. Thank you, Jeremy. It really is wild that people will do that. We'll have so much anger that they're like, I'm going to shit on something of theirs, or like I've never. I mean, you know, God bless. I've never been that angry before. That I'm like, I'm going to use my feces as a weapon. I'm going to weaponize my shits. Like, I'm going to really make them. And I mean, look, first season of White Lotus. Dude got killed shitting in a suitcase. Things happen.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But he shit in that suitcase because he was so mad. He was on drugs, but he was so mad at this dude who had been mistreating him. He shit in his suitcase. And I was like, even seeing through the eyes of this character, the last thing I thought was, let's shit in his bag.
I think a lot of times too, sometimes there's shitting without anger. Sometimes it's just funny. And
right.
It has to be something in the water in Pennsylvania. Because me and my friends growing up, you found funny places to poo.
You did.
What? Yeah.
I never did. I grew up in New York though. England for the earlier part, and then New York. Yeah.
Like
that's why our bagels are so good.
Yeah, exactly. And the hot dogs are so good.
Hot dogs are great. And that explains it. Like, we have good hot dogs and bagels, and you guys like recreational pooping.
Yeah, like there's just something funny about doing that.
Oh, what are we doing today? I don't know. You want to shit like in a mailbox?
Yeah, like I have to shit really bad. Like, well, just shit right here.
Like, where's a funny place?
Like, this is funny.
Where would be a funny place to shit?
Where would be in a grocery store? Like
inside,
on something like fertilizer or like
because it's in like
the aisle.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't even like you don't have to try. Like, it just comes right out.
Yeah, like a lot of times, like you're like you got to go to the bathroom, and it's just like, hey, this is a funny. Like we'd be out with my buddies, and I would be out skateboarding at a mall, like in a mall parking lot, and you just go like, oh, just lean up against the wall and just poo right here.
Wow. Well, you can call 866-969-1969. You can tap the phone icon on your app, but no. I've never had that gut feeling and gone, well, I don't want to waste this. I better do something fun with it.
Yeah.
Either something fun or something. Oh, good. I was looking for vengeance anyway. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll use this for the vengeance. I've never been in that position. I'm trying to think of all of them because it's a bold statement. Every bowel movement I've ever made, I've put in a toilet.
I mean,
except the diaper ones.
Right.
But those were very early on.
Yeah.
Every intentional bowel movement I've ever made has been in a toilet.
By the way, Troy would not believe you on that.
Every intentional bowel movement I've ever made has been
Well,
in a toilet.
he's sure that everybody shit their pants like once a year.
Troy does believe, I think, that we've
and that
all...
you're lying if you say you don't.
How often do you think an average adult shits their pants?
You're 42? 41. Okay. How old are you, Travis?
44.
Yeah, right.
It's hard to believe that you live 44 years on this planet and you've never had an accident. That's it.
But you had said earlier that it was like once or twice a year,
it's like normal
or you're lying.
for it to happen all the time.
I think you have an accident every. You guys probably have accidents every couple of years, but you're
every
not
couple of years.
Yeah.
It's
Especially with your alcoholism problem.
That's true. That is true. You never woke up in a pile of your own stool. Okay, if you say
I don't
so.
believe you. I don't believe anybody that says. And I get it. You don't want to come on the air and be like, hey, "Yeah, I did this," but like, of course, when everybody's had food poisoning.
All right. I mean, there's
you've never had stay home and use the bathroom.
I've never been like driving home and you're like, something's off. I don't feel well.
No, I run to the toilet. But I mean, there's no reason to have the conversation. You're not going to believe us.
I don't.
Okay.
I think everybody that is living on this earth has had some sort of bowel accident.
So you're saying if they're not full of shit, but hang on, if they're not full of shit, then they're full of shit. You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
If you're not full of shit, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
But you think it happens on a regular basis.
Well,
biannually.
Like biannually.
I think that it happens fairly regularly.
To everyone.
Like I would say every couple years.
Mike? Biannually. Have you had your biannual shit pants?
No, I can't.
But see, I'm in a room of a bunch of liars.
I forgot about that. That really does throw a monkey wrench into the whole thing.
You clear out in the morning, and then you don't have to worry about it the rest of the day.
You've never had food poisoning, Mike?
Once every 2 years.
I mean, I had stomach flu once, but I was at home the whole time.
Right.
You just kind of go back and forth to the bathroom.
It's
That's how I handled it too.
It's incredible. You guys get food poisoning in the best location it could possibly.
What do you think? It just we're always in our car and it just hits.
I got food poisoning right now. I have to shit now.
Yeah.
Usually you get a little warning.
Yeah,
you're it comes on quick, bro. Food poisoning sometimes comes on real quick.
I go,
you're like, there's something's wrong. And you're like, oh, it's just a fart. And you're like, oh, that's not a fart. I'm sick. I'm going to shit myself.
And then you do, because it had been 2 years since the last one.
And I'm not talking like a full dump in your underwear. I'm talking like a Hershey squirt.
Not a full Delco.
You didn't go full Delco.
You don't go full Delco. Okay.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing.
Like you have a little Hershey Kiss in there.
That in Travis's underwear, there never has been a little bacon strip.
You talking about his tighty whities?
Yes, of course. Like, I don't buy it.
Well, you know what they say, when everybody disagrees, usually everybody else is the problem.
Yeah, but I can see why you'd lie about that, though.
Yeah, no, you're right. Everybody's lying.
Why would you want to go on the air and say that?
Okay, yeah, it says it's difficult to give a precise number on how often. This is the AI overview, so we can believe this.
I believe this is truth.
The average adult poops their pants. However, a study by Goodbelly found that 43% of adults have done it at least once. Additionally, 8% of adults in the U.S. experience fecal incontinence.
That's what Troy has.
I would put Troy in the 8%. However, to Troy's point, it's like all these polls. It's like when everybody was like, yeah, I'm going to vote for Hillary. Of course I'm going to vote for Hillary. Yeah, I'm going to vote for Hillary. They were just trying to make it so, like, you know, their neighbors didn't get mad at them.
These are anonymous polls.
I mean, most of the political polls. People lie in polls. Do you think
people lie in polls? People lie on the radio.
He takes this.
Or would you say you're in a room full of liars right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I believe that. All right. Every 2 years. You got to watch what you eat, dude.
I told you.
I don't get poisoning. I don't get food poisoning every 2 years.
I'll be honest with you. I've been doing a lot better since my Metamucil gummies.
Can I get one of those gummies, man? Yeah, they're Metamucil.
You know what, bro? They really work well.
Do they stiffen everything up?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm not Delco Blast.
You never want a Delco Blast. You should maybe say that to her.
I recommend some Metamucil.
Get the news out to her, yeah.
And they make them in gummy form, so they're real easy to take.
Right.
And not the powder. Sometimes the powder's a little gross.
Right, but you just pop a couple gummies.
Wake up in the morning, pop a gummy.
Right.
Couple.
And that's true. You just pop, you got like 2-3 gummies, all do different things. You're stoned, taking good dumps. Everything's good.
Everything's good.
Yeah. Even get a multivitamin in there.
I do.
Gummy?
I do the Metamucil with the multivitamin.
Oh, it's all combined into one gummy.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And tastes good?
Tastes great.
That's great. And you do a few of them.
Yeah.
So you're pissing out vitamins all the live long day, but your stools are good.
My stools, since I've started the Metamucil, they've been great.
Right. And you're just having multivitamin piss all the time.
No, you don't. For some reason with the gummies, you don't piss. Like when you take the multivitamins, it makes your piss like real yellow.
Because you're pissing out all the vitamins you don't need.
Right. It doesn't do that.
Interesting.
Maybe I just need all the vitamins.
Probably you feel better?
I feel great.
That's probably what it is then. We figured that out. Probably also, coming to the realization, I hang out with liars, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because these guys are lying to you, and you're not going to get gaslit by them. And I like that.
Not for a second.
Nope. Scott in Virginia.
Hey, when I was a kid, I worked construction, and this one dude, Shaq Nasty, they called him.
Shaq Nasty?
Told me, yeah.
Yeah, I want you to call me Shaq Nasty.
Go get that box of nails over there, and it was a box of shit.
Okay, listen.
And truck drivers shit in their trucks all the time.
When you tell me that story, I laughed. It was funny. It was a funny thing. I guess you work construction. I guess there are just some environments where it's like maybe there's not a lot of women around. Maybe you're all bored, and somebody gets the ball rolling, and you're off to the races.
Yeah, there used to be a stack of wood. Go get them 2x4s over there. Bunch of snot all over it.
It's disgusting. We never grow up. Thank you, Scott. So the Delco Pooper, as it turns out, we're going to keep taking your calls, 866-969-1969. The Delco Pooper is an OnlyFans model, which I didn't know. I was going to ask if we thought she was a mug shouty based on her mugshot. But I guess by definition, if she's on OnlyFans, she is. Is it a fecal-themed
No,
OnlyFans?
it's for another word that starts with F.
Feet?
Yep.
She's a foot model.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So that's why she had that confidence while she was walking away. Because normally if everybody knew you shit on a car, you'd be very embarrassed. But she had her head held high because she knew she had gorgeous, beautiful feet that people pay to see.
And people are going to join her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
To support her.
She's like, don't worry. This was all promotional tactics.
$8 a month?
I mean,
Good for her.
It's a reasonable rate. She really loves feet. I like Netflix shows. I pay way more than that for Netflix.
Yeah.
If I liked feet.
Twice as much.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a great deal.
From her description. Hello, fans.
Nice.
I would love to show you my pretty toes, decorated with your favorite color nail polish.
Nice.
Sometimes decorated in jewelry. Tiptoe with me, and you'll see.
Tiptoe through
Can we find any pictures of her feet, Mike? Just to see what we're talking about?
Okay, she'll also take special requests.
Feet-related requests.
Well, she says don't be shy, just ask.
Well, now I think the requests are going to get very weird.
Oh, yeah.
Scatological?
Scatological requests. Hey, could you go to a junkyard, get the hood of a car? Yeah, Adam in Atlanta.
Hello?
Hey, man.
Hey, sorry, it's actually Andy in South Carolina.
He got you.
He got you, dude.
You said yesterday he wouldn't get you.
Adam in Atlanta is actually Andy in South Carolina. Troy, by the way, Andy, if you could look at Troy's face, he's furious. He can't believe, he doesn't even want to talk. He's grinding his teeth. I mean, he's going to need calcium supplements as well to grow his teeth back. He's grinding them so much. He is so pissed because he can't even say, I knew it was you and I let you through anyway. You really pulled the wool over his eyes on this one.
You know what, Sam? I think I did this time.
Oh, that's a great accent. It would have gotten me too, Troy. And you're right. You know what? You're surrounded by liars, aren't you? He doesn't want to talk. He's pouting.
He is.
I'm sorry, Troy. Travis.
Yeah.
She actually recently raised the prices on her OnlyFans to $30 a month.
Yes.
Good for you.
Also, someone from Philadelphia Magazine, I don't know if that's the article that you have pulled up, but if you don't, the person who interviewed her said that when she FaceTimed him, it came from Christina M. Shithead with a Y.
So she's leaning in.
Also,
good.
Also, he asked her if she would do poop content, and her exact quote was, and Troy might have to do this just to get the Philadelphia accent, but you want me to fucking shit on you, I want $5,000 and I'm bringing a bodyguard.
I mean, $5,000 seems really reasonable. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, she's like, yeah, you want me to do that? It's going to cost $5,000. Like, there are plenty of people with $5,000 that would go like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It's exactly what I want.
Oh, she has an Amazon wish list.
Oh, perfect.
Includes sexy heels, clogs, a foot massager, toe rings, and a callus remover.
Yeah, I got to tell you, is that a callus on the front of her foot? Like, is that like some kind of wart or some kind of bump there right under her big toe?
Maybe that's why she needs the callus remover.
Yee.
I mean, those are not that great of feet.
You wouldn't pay $7.99 a month?
Probably not.
30. Sorry, yeah, $29.99 a month.
Mike, you see what I'm looking at, right? Is there some kind of bump on her foot?
Can we zoom in?
Maybe you save the photo and zoom in on the desktop. Thank you very much, Andy in South Carolina, who got right through. No problem. 1 day later. Within 1 day. Yeah,
you know what's funny is like maybe like 20 years ago, somebody that shit on somebody's car, you'd be embarrassed. And anytime you go into the, to get some groceries, something like, oh, that's the Delco pooper, like, haha. Now,
right,
you can cash in and just be a superstar for doing something like this.
That's right. I mean, yeah, it takes nothing to be a celebrity.
Right.
Like anything that gets you notoriety. Because people have slowly, like, completely given up on the idea of good press or bad press. It's just attention. Just if people are talking about me, that's a good thing. I'll sell on OnlyFans. I'll sell whatever. And then the people who are talking, they forget. I feel like there's a large population of people that forget if they were making fun of someone or if they were a fan of somebody. Mm-hmm. Like Hawk Tua. They were like nobody was like, yeah, we were just watching this one little video clip. We didn't need all this. She's like, oh, I'm doing a podcast now. They're like, oh, we were talking about her, so let's listen to the podcast. Yeah, this is a good idea. People forget.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're invested in.
She's going to win a Golden Globe.
We'll talk about that.
You might have to help Mike with the zoom in. I think he's having a little...
Mike,
do you know how to do that easy?
Troy's trying to see them feet.
We want to see what this wart is. What's going on here?
I'm trying to get in there. So I sized it.
Trying to get in there. Trying to get in there on that foot.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's a big.
That's a wart.
That's a wart. There's a wart on her foot.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't know. I'm not a foot guy. Maybe some people like the imperfections. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I always thought like with people that are really into feet, like you've seen like women with pretty feet, like everything looks like correct.
Right.
Those look pretty jacked.
But maybe there are people that like jacked feet, which would be hella good news for Nicole Ryan from the Morning Mashup.
Oh, I gotta use her government.
She's trying to rebrand. I figured now's the time.
That's right. She does. How do we know that? Do we see them?
That was like Opie and Anthony.
Because she wears like flip flops, and she should not be wearing flip flops.
That's right.
But
bad feet.
They were bad.
Oh, gangly, giant monster feet.
I never noticed.
But if she ever wanted to stop dealing with Stanley T and Ryan, she could probably just leave and start an OnlyFans for her big feet.
At Gangly Feet?
Gangly Feet. I mean, or she could maybe do both.
Like stay on the mashup and
do the foot thing,
More money.
Although, a lot of times there's more problems. You don't want that.
Forgot about that.
Rich on Long Island.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
In college, I had a girlfriend gets into a fight with her roommate. She's pissed off. She says, hold on, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Leaves. I see her walk out to the parking lot. Comes back 10 minutes. Goes to the bathroom. Goes like, what'd you do? She's like, I shit on the bitch's windshield. Like,
I appreciate that.
On the windshield. This way, when she wakes up in the morning, she sees it. She's going to put her windshield wipers on.
And they'll smear all over. That feels, Rich, like a major red flag to me. I feel like if I was dating somebody and they were like, no, I got the last laugh. I just shit on her windshield. I go like, okay, I'm going to have to spend the next week figuring out how to organically and politely get out of this relationship.
I would say, Rich, she was probably a lot of fun, right? Somebody that does that's probably a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, Troy doesn't want any more of the story because he'll get a boner. And he hates getting boners.
Especially at work.
Thank you, Rich. Yeah, it's the worst place to get them, right? What am I going to do with this? Jay in Ohio. What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
I'm not convinced that Travis wasn't the one that took a shit on the side of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
You took a shit on Guardians?
Yeah, that was me.
Ugh, you're gross. You were right, Troy. He was lying.
Of course he is.
Hey, then, in 2013... or 2023 rather, Cinco de Mayo, I after a bender, I had a little bit of an accident.
You did?
Yeah, and I thought it was in the clear because, it's been 2 years, but, all of a sudden I was waiting for my McDonald's order yesterday, and it happened again.
Yeah, that's the biannual.
Yeah. I mean, that happens. Cinco de Mayo, it creeps up on you, and all of a sudden, you're like, oh, yeah, I shit my pants last year. Oh, no, it was 2 years ago. Sorry to hear that, Jay.
It's time.
Yeah, thank you. His biannual shit happened right there on the McDonald's line. Guest poops all over the floor and walls. Oh.
Yeah, we played this video.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw the pictures of it, right?
It was disgusting.
Really disgusting.
Disgusting.
It's supposed to be the most disgusting. You shit on the walls of Epcot. Disgusting. Yeah, you can't. Not at the most magical place.
No.
Warren in Canada.
What's the matter with people?
What's up, Warren?
Hey, how are you?
What's up, bud?
I was at a house party once and got served some shitty drugs, and I shit in the guy's washing machine.
Oh, no. Not in the washing machine. Because a lot of times, because the washing machines, especially if the interior is a dark color, you can't even really see what's in there. So if it looks like there's no clothes in there, you just throw your clothes in there, and now you're washing a log with your clothes. It's all gonna get blended together. That's disgusting.
Exactly. And there was clothes in there. I just took the clothes out, did my thing, put them back in.
No, I was worried you were gonna say that. I thought you were doing something nice. I was worried you were gonna say you put them back in.
And turned it on. Yeah, no, I didn't turn it on.
Oh, thank you, Warren.
Thanks, guys.
It's like throwing a red hat in with the white laundry. People are going to think you're fucking crazy. It's a very simple system. People with this stamp are insane. Dr. X in Mexico City?
Sammy, back in when I was a young one, before I was an esteemed oral surgeon, we used to build houses for my dad. And in Mexico, when you're building, you put a big-ass pile of sand and a big-ass pile of concrete, and you mix it by hand. Every morning, it could not be dog shit. It had to be a human fucking turds. After a while, my dad, the foreman, said, fuck this, just blend it in. Just blend it in, mix the concrete, and now you got a house made of shit.
So there are places where the foundation of your home that you raise your children in is literally a foundation of shit.
Some people leave their little handprints on concrete. Out, boys.
Thank you, Dr. X. Ray in Georgia.
Hey, I got fired from a job, man. It's been like 15, probably almost 20 years ago now. I left a nice, fat upper decker because I knew it was the only bathroom in the whole place. So, it was a parting gift, but I did feel good about myself.
You did, and to this day, it sounds like you feel good about yourself.
Oh, I loved it because I knew how to clean the bathroom, especially.
Thank you, Ray. I mean, it'd be the worst thing to find up there. I have never left an upper decker in my life. Travis, you've never?
Nope. And I'm sure Troy thinks we're lying.
Mike, have you ever left an upper decker?
I've never left an upper decker. I would love to.
You think that'd be fun?
It would be hilarious.
It's like a frat movie prank.
I mean, it's great. I've come across people shitting in urinals. That's always a fun one.
You found that?
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
I've seen that.
You've
before.
never walked into a bathroom and
like
seen
a concert
turd
or a sporting event?
I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, someone did it in high school, and they dragged every male athlete into a room and gave us a big lecture about it.
How'd they know it was one of the athletes?
Well, it was in the locker room. So
I was going to say because somebody shit in a urinal. It was definitely one of the athletes.
And I assume, since these are all high school athletes, they all probably took it very seriously.
It was one of the greatest days ever. Anytime something happened with shit, it was a good day.
Yeah, I would have probably been the one person in the teachers' lounge saying, maybe we don't do this meeting and give all the athletes the idea of how fun this would be.
They're going to love this.
Yeah, and they're going to want to do it more.
Someone took a shit so big one day that it had to be broken up with a broom handle to flush. But before they could do it, this was like when people were just kind of getting like digital cameras and stuff like that. So like people were going into the bathroom to photograph it, and the one of the gym teachers caught wind of that and didn't want it happening anymore. So then people started. It was a first floor bathroom. People started sneaking in through the window to photograph the turd.
High school rules.
It's the best.
It's the best because you do come up with a plan like that because you're like, I am stuck in here all day. You know what's one thing that would really pass the time? If I climbed out the window of the second-story bathroom and shimmied down to the first-story bathroom and took a picture of the shit, and then I could show all my friends the picture and tell them the story. Also,
because I hear it's huge.
Also, then I could walk out the door of the first-story bathroom and have all the teachers confused as to how I got in there.
The teacher that was guarding the door was like regularly the foil for our shenanigans.
That's great.
Too.
That's great. Of course you want the foil teacher. By the way, that's a bad principle. Who assigns the foil teacher? You always know who the foil teacher is. You know, I know you're the foil for all these kids. Mm-hmm. You will guard the bathroom. You're asking for it. Troy, did you ever leave an upper decker?
Bro, come on.
That's why I asked him last.
It blows my mind that you guys wouldn't even do that in high school.
You think that's a lie?
You guys just missed out on a lot.
No, that's not my style.
You think these guys are lying?
No, that makes sense. It sounds very Mike Montone.
Hey, that's why I asked.
Like that throws me off a little bit.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
There was a specific order, and I said, I know I didn't. I don't think Travis did. Mike definitely could have. But Troy 100% did. Mm-hmm. That's why it went in that circle.
I mean, I honestly couldn't even count how many times.
That many upper deckers?
Well, I mean, the one that comes
more than once every 2 years.
In high school?
Yes.
Like with the shenanigans with my buddies?
Yes.
You guys are just always...
Yeah. Are we including high school shenanigans? Yes. Oh, well then, countless.
I mean, my God, the menu, my buddy Matt, who is just my best friend in high school.
Yeah, we love him.
Yeah, he's the best.
He'll come in too, and he'll tell all.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think
we would probably have to build up like a 40-second delay.
Yeah, it might be a bad idea because of criminal implications.
We could pre-tape.
Maybe pre-tape.
Just to make sure edit out anything.
Maybe pre-tape, and we'll pre-tape it on a Thursday so that Travis has the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'll run it by legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. We got one that comes to my mind is we got invited. This one girl just sucked. This girl's from Bangor, Pennsylvania.
Right.
And so it's like all the way up in Bumblefuck. So we went up to her house. This girl she was just an asshole.
Right.
So we went to her house. We went to her house party.
Good.
Right. And I think there was like 4 guys. We all upper deckered.
Why?
Right.
Would you fill it?
Oh yeah. We'd go one after the other. Then her parents were gone, so we went up into her parents' room. We opened up the windows because it was on a second floor. We threw everything from her parents' room out the window.
That's so mean.
You removed the screen?
There was no screen. It was just a slide-open window. So, like, literally everything. The pillows, the blankets, everything went out the window.
And you guys are all laughing, encouraging each other's bad behavior.
Of course.
Right. And
you
it's
feel bad about that kind of stuff now?
No.
Really?
No.
It's Pennsylvania.
It's Pennsylvania.
But it's
she sucked.
What else were you going to do?
What else did we do? Okay. We took...
Okay. That was a bad question on my part.
We took meat out of the freezer and hid it in the drops.
That's smart. That's a good spot for it. Feels very Jim Halpert.
I mean, we were just...
You know what you were?
What?
Rascals.
Degenerates.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Having fun.
Real rascals. You filled up, not only did you upper decker, you filled it right up.
There's a couple movements.
Oh.
Well, that's why I'm not surprised that Mike hasn't done that, because there's a level of degeneracy.
Yeah, it is. It's a real antisocial thing.
Yeah. And Mike loves 90s shock culture as much as anybody, but he's not a degenerate.
It's close.
There is a big part of me that wishes I had an upper decker to my name.
You don't.
It's not out of the question.
But that's you. You are the type of person that would wish that they had but never did. That is that's what I think to Travis's point. You're very close to degeneracy.
There's a very fine line.
Right. But you are not a full-on...
Troy prances over it.
Right.
I'm like an anthropologist who spends time with a tribe.
That's right.
Isn't a member.
That's right. But starts to really go, I would love... now you're not just studying, you're kind of wishing that you were, but you never will be.
I could go native.
It's like a Donnie Brasco situation.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You kind of forget a little bit that you're undercover.
Yeah. I'm the Joe Pistone of fun defecation.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, the minute they ask Donnie to kill somebody is when it's like, whoa.
Okay, now I'm actually in it.
Right.
But I mean, Troy can't even count how many times he's done it.
He probably have an easier time counting how many times he's used the toilet than how many times he's upper deckered.
It's wild.
Poor girl.
Yeah, I feel bad. I mean, there's some stuff that I did back then where you look back and you're like, man, that was really shitty.
Well, I mean, as an adult, I wouldn't behave like that now. But when you're like 17 and you're with your buddies and you're trying to make each other laugh.
No, I get it.
That's like that Taylor Swift song, 16, when you're 15, whatever.
Throwing things out the window.
You shit in someone's upper deck of their toilet.
Like, you guys left, and all of her parents' stuff.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot. My buddy put, they saw like Nair, and they put that in the shampoo bottle.
I mean, it's like literally like...
I know, and you're right. I guess in retrospect, you're right.
I'm not saying at the time.
She had bald parents,
of course not.
Because of you, her parents are bald. Both. That's
Everyone
crazy.
thought her mother had breast cancer.
It's terrible, Troy.
I mean, you don't know what Bangor, Pennsylvania is like.
No, I've never been.
So if you were there, you'd understand.
Yeah, I guess we're missing the context.
I haven't gone much further up than King of Prussia.
Yeah,
of a 4X double decker or upper decker.
Yeah, the whole group.
The
clique.
Yeah.
Eric in Colorado.
Can I do one too?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
So back in the day, a good friend of mine worked at the community pool, and he got fired because he got caught having sex in the locker room with his girlfriend. Well, they forgot to take his keys away from him, and he was like, he wanted revenge, so a bunch of us snuck in there in the middle of the night, shit in the filter housing assembly, and walked out.
By the way, already
the pool ended up being closed for 3 days while they disinfected it.
I'm surprised they only needed 3 days. I would have thought the whole summer was done because of you guys, and also the idea that I want revenge. I got fired for doing something I absolutely should have been fired for doing.
Well,
but you're kids, right? You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. I mean, we were all 19 at the time. Who cares?
That's right. Everybody with a pool membership that probably cared, but sucks for them.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Plus, your friend got laid. It's kind of cool.
It is cool.
Oh, okay. Enough. This is disgusting. This is not the type of talk for a morning chat show.
I gotta go take a shit.
Yes, make me have to go. I went a little in my pants. I guess I'm good for 2 years.
You got a Hershey squirt?
Yeah, a little bit. We're going to take a break. We got a lot to discuss. Stay right there. We'll be back.
Who's correcting me? Who was that? Hello? Stop. Break the tape. We broke off the air, didn't we?
We will be right back.
We're live?
With Sam Roberts Show.
You guys have got to be kidding me.
All you have to do is get on that SiriusXM app and search Sam Roberts Show. If you're listening on the app for the live show as well, you can also call in just tapping the phone icon on the app. And then we're updating the Not Sam YouTube channel all the time with video from the show. The Dan Soder interview went up yesterday, and I think today we'll put up the video of us reacting to the GTA 6 trailer, which you can also listen to right now on the app. Also available on the SiriusXM app is the Satisfying podcast that I do with the one and only Nicole Ryan from the Morning Mashup. New episode out today. The audio is out. The video will be up right after today's Sam Roberts Show. So 11 a.m. Eastern, you'll be able to watch it on YouTube or just, listen on the SiriusXM app. And I know you guys all like when I give you like a little preview of what happened this week, because inevitably, regardless of planning, regardless of anything, and this time it happened before we were recording, so we always get food, but we get a little lunch before we record. Got to get the energy up, got to get some calories in. So we went to a pizza place, and we go to a lot by me, and you can order online. So Nicole goes, I'm going to order online to make it quicker. And I go, okay. I mean, for me, it's like, it's a pizza place. Like, you wait a couple minutes. It's really not
a slice and you warm it up. It's
whatever.
fun.
I don't, but okay, you want to order on the app, order on the app. Sometimes these ladies, they go like, let's do 3 extra steps to make it easier. And I go, yeah, well, if you just didn't take the 3 steps, it'd be so easy, But she goes, no, I'm going to make it easier. I go, okay, whatever you want to do. And so she ordered on the app, and she goes, what do you want to drink? I go, I'll get a Pepsi. She goes, I'll get a Diet Pepsi. I go, okay, get a Diet Pepsi and a Pepsi. She orders it all. We get there. And he goes, hey, guys, you ordered on the app. You ordered it ahead, right? She goes, yeah. And he goes, right. We just got the order in with the 2 liters, right? And I go, what? And he goes, you ordered the order with the 2 liters? Nicole goes, yeah, the sodas. I go, Nicole, did you order 2 liters?
That's great.
So instead of getting a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi, I got a 2-liter Pepsi.
Oh, you fuller?
And she got a 2-liter Diet Pepsi. And we brought them to the house. And I'm still going through them. That was days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm still I was like, you could take them if you want to go on the train with a 2-liter. And it wasn't just that, like, she clicked the wrong thing. It was that it said 2-liter, and she didn't know the difference between a 20-ounce and a 2-liter. And it's like, I could see if it's like...
Did she think like 2 liters is equal to 20 ounces?
She said, we got the pizza place. She goes, well, in the refrigerator on the customer side of the counter, I've never seen any 2 liters in there.
True.
And the guy with like half a smirk on his face is like, well, yeah, they're in the back. Because why would you go into a pizza place and get a 2-liter and walk up to the counter with it? You wouldn't. If you're at the pizza place, you're generally getting a slice.
Plus, it would take up so much real estate in the refrigerator.
The 2 liters are for deliveries and stuff like that, for parties, for things like that. So he's like, of course they're not in front. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so stupid. And the guy goes, oh no, it happens. And I looked at him right there. I go, when? Never. When has it ever happened? And he like waited until Nicole wasn't looking and just gave me the eyes like, I don't know, that's never happened before. This is never happened. I mean, you don't even have to know how to measure liquid to know. I mean, 2 liters and 20 ounces are pretty, even if you said a 12-ounce can, I think most people don't know. They know a can, but they don't know how much is in a can. But you know, a 20-ounce bottle, 2-liter bottle. Everyone knows that. Those are straight up. So yeah, and you'll see on the Satisfying podcast this week, she's drinking out of a glass. Because she had to pour the 2-liter into the glass.
Every day with her is an adventure.
It really is. And it's no wonder why her husband is so stressed. Like, I can't imagine going like, we're doing this. Like, we'll call him when she makes a mistake like that, and he'll go, oh, what the fuck? What? Like, he's upset because it like triggers something in him. So yeah, check that out after today's show. It'll be great. And I've got to tell you, if you're looking for a program to watch, over the weekend, because we won't get to talk tomorrow, but if you're looking for a program to watch over the weekend, I did start a new one. My friends here at the show said, they had been watching. You got to watch this.
NYPD Blue?
No, it's not NYPD Blue. Damn. No, it was not a police procedural. Although I did click on, as I said yesterday, Law and Order Organized Crime, which you can only get on Peacock. That's Christopher Maloney's return to the series. It's a pretty good show. And I think my wife was very relieved because she'll wake up from her naps at night and like something horrifying will be on TV. You know what I mean? I'm watching one of my movies and it's like she's watching somebody get skinned alive. Oh. And she goes, why would you watch this? And I go, why are you so judgmental? Horror is a huge genre. And we get into a big fight every single time.
It's actually cinema.
It's a huge genre. If I'm crazy for watching this, you know how many people are crazy? And I don't even talk about the bullshit idiot stuff that you watch. It's a whole fight.
Bullshit idiots.
Yeah. The stuff that's made for idiots and you love it. It becomes a whole thing. Luckily, we didn't have to do that.
Oh, good.
Because she woke up and she just saw that I was watching, just the most pleasant show that you could watch. This new season of Love on the Spectrum is... not only is it the best season of Love on the Spectrum so far, but it is so, especially for a reality show, it doesn't feel like there's grime under your fingernails when you're done watching. You know when you watch 90 Day Fiancé, you're enjoying it, but also you're clearly laughing at the people on the show. Yeah. You're observing them fail, and that's what the whole show is based on. This...
the Williams is on there for you to laugh at her.
So you could laugh at her. And you're pretending that you feel her pain. You're pretending to be empathetic, but you're not. You're laughing because you're watching that show because you feel superior. That's what it is. This Love on the Spectrum show...
So good.
It's like these are the people you want in your life at all times. It really highlights, as I'm watching, I go, you know what? To your point, Troy, earlier, so many people are just liars. They just lie. They tell you what you want to hear. They lie about stuff. They try to paint a picture. These people on Love on the Spectrum, they just tell you what it is. They tell you what they're feeling. They tell you why they're feeling it. They are right on top of it, right there with you. And I just love it. Are you watching, Troy?
I haven't. But you guys are talking very highly of it.
You got to check this out. It'll make you feel good.
I think it would be good for you.
Really? Why is that?
Because it's a show that makes you feel good. You're not like...
You know what it is? It's restorative.
It's restorative.
It restores faith in humanity.
It's like, man, there's some good people out there.
People are good. Like, it's... And they're...
That's a great word.
It's a restorative show. And they are interesting, hilarious people. And they figure out a way to do it where they're showing you how funny, even when they're not intentionally being funny, how funny a lot of the people on this show are without it being like...
Laughing at them.
Right, yeah. Right. It's just their way of being, because they do such a wonderful job of like kind of putting everything into context so you understand the logic of how this individual might be operating. And then you also feel great empathy. Like, I'm watching this girl, right? I think Madison. I'm watching this girl, Madison. She's like 25.
I love Madison. You know why?
Why?
She loves Disney.
Exactly right. And she's great. She's making friendship bracelets. She's got so much anxiety. And we've all got anxiety to a degree. She's got so much anxiety that she just makes friendship bracelets nonstop to try to cure the anxiety. And I'm like, good for you. And she figures out how to get through it. And this poor girl, all she wants is to find her Prince Charming, because it's a dating show. It's not like a game show, but it's a dating show where you're watching these individuals who are on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, dating people, and how they try to find love and everything, and how we're all just looking for the same thing. We're all just looking for love. I mean, this Madison, she's got such a great personality. She's an absolutely adorable human being. She's got such good intentions, and she's honest. And she wants her Prince Charming. She wants to find love. And she's sitting there talking to her parents going, I don't know if it's going to be Prince Eric or Prince whoever, like all the different Disney princes. That's who she likes.
That's what I used to tell my parents.
I'm just looking for my Prince Charming. I want somebody to kiss me and wake me up. I get it. And then she goes on this date, and this poor girl is on a date with this guy who's literally resting his head on the table the whole time. And I'm like, why does she have to deal with that? And she's got a smile on her face. She's like, I'm suffering through it, but she knows. And then, like, eventually the guy is so, like, wound up that he carries around like a MP3 player or something that plays white noise. And so, like, by the time the date is 3/4 in, and she realizes, like, this is not a Prince Charming. He's laying his head on the table for most of the date. And I think he realizes she doesn't find him particularly charming. So he starts putting his headphones in mid-date so he can listen to white noise so it'll calm him down. And then every time this poor girl talks, he's taking out an earbud to go, what'd you say? And it's just the two of them at a table.
But I also think that's why a lot of people like the show. Why I like it is because they're so honest.
It's authentic.
It's so authentic because, like, you wish everybody could just be like this, where you go on a date with somebody.
Yep.
And then at the end of the date, you say, I don't think I want to go on another date with you.
Right. And they say that at the end of the date.
In a nice way.
They go, hi, I don't think that there's a romantic connection here. I'm not feeling the romantic connection, so I don't think I want to go on another date with you, but maybe we could be friends.
And that's just the honesty.
And then the other person generally goes like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I thought it was going okay, but I understand. That's fine.
Like, there's no ghosting, there's no...
No, it's just, like, straight up, and also, like, I don't care who you are.
There's no upper deckers.
Weirdness, where you're trying to work out trauma through hurting people. Yeah. Hurt people, Troy. You know that's true.
Bro, I know.
Okay, good. But also, like, we all have our things that we're super into, and I truly believe... And maybe this is just because of the lifestyle that I lead, but I truly believe on a level, most people wish they could figure out how to lead a productive adult life where they could also be super into the stuff that they're super into.
Yeah.
And so when you're watching people on this show that never gave up their passions and that are expressive about what they want, there is something human about that, where you wish you could tap into that thing that you loved growing up that you still love, and just be who you are. So there's all these great characters, like on episode 2, There's this young lady named Danny, and Danny found love. I believe last season is when they found love. Yes.
Now, I haven't watched previous seasons.
They're great.
I just jumped in because my wife was watching it, and I'm like, this is stupid. And then, like, as I'm just sitting on the couch doing work, I find myself more and more like
what a wonderful show.
Like watching the show, and I'm
100%.
Like, oh, okay, I actually like the show.
I'm invested in these people, and I want them to succeed.
I'm going to have to go back and watch
That's what it is. That's what it is. You get invested in the people on the show, and you want them to succeed. Unlike every other show where you're watching going like, I can't wait to see them fail. I can't wait to see them fail. I'm going to laugh at them. Every show is formatted that way now. I can't wait to watch their dreams get crushed so I can smile, and then I'll just, take a shit and move about my day. Like, you actually are invested in these people, and you want them to succeed. And it puts you more in touch with your own humanity. Yeah. That's what it is. And it makes you realize that things aren't as bad globally as you think they are. That we're not all, people in Delco shitting on each other's cars.
Just pieces of shit.
Right. That we do still like nice things. We can have nice things. So, Danny, and I think this show started as like an Australian show.
Oh.
And so like the very beginning of it, the first time I watched it, it was like Australian people and the whole thing.
Didgeridoos.
I mean, they live very similarly to how we live, but that's
Knifey Spoony.
That's interesting. Yeah, they were playing Knifey Spoony in one episode for sure. That's how you knew it was authentic. But this girl Danny and her boyfriend Adon were on a date together, and like, I don't know. I felt for Danny on this one. I felt like she was really putting herself out there.
And they've like broken up multiple times.
They have, but the fact that they're sticking with it, I think
it's usually her, I think, breaking up with him.
Well, she's got a lot going on. She got a lot to think about,
She's got like a legit job.
Yeah. And some of these people are like famous. Like James does signings.
James.
We'll get to James. He's iconic. I mean, he's the shit.
James is the shit.
He rules.
Yeah.
Hard.
Mm-hmm.
Between James and...
I saw a video of him meeting Disturbed backstage.
Oh. Between James and Tanner. Tanner's his name.
Tanner's the man.
I think Tanner is my favorite human. Not just on the show, on the earth.
And your kids and your wife would understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you call me that?
Well, that's Connor.
What? Oh, is that Connor?
That's Connor.
Which is Tanner the smiling one?
Tanner is the smiling.
Okay, I get Tanner and Connor confused.
Okay, Tanner is my favorite.
I like Connor.
Connor.
I really like Connor. I like Connor. Why did you think my name was Tanner? Oh, because like you think he's being funny, and then you realize
Falcon.
It's time for me to spread my wings.
Connor's mom is the shit. By the way,
she's great.
Like she knows how to,
because you have to be so patient.
Yeah,
she loves her kids though.
Yeah.
So this is Danny and Adon. They were on a date. This is their 1 year anniversary, and I don't know if you'll pick up on the very subtle hints, but Danny is about ready to go all the way to take their relationship physically to the next level.
Past third base, going for some under the clothes stuff.
I can't hear them talk.
Can I hear it? Oh.
Taco of success always drips with the salsa.
Oh, no, go back. Because this is one of the greatest metaphors I've ever heard in my life. The taco of success. This is how I live my life now. Listen.
When it comes to relationships, there are always going to be problems. The taco of success always drips with the salsa of failure.
Boom!
Because failure...
Bars.
Wow.
Bars. That's what I tell my kids. The taco of success always drips, what'd she say, with the salsa
of failure?
That's right. That's right. You can't, you're going to have this. I mean, the success is what is really the meaty part of this dish, but you're always going to have a little drizzle of failure over the success. That's normal.
You just wipe it off with a napkin.
That's right. If it's a little too spicy for you, let it drip off a little bit and just enjoy the rest of it.
When it comes to relationships, there are always going to be problems. The taco of success always drips with the salsa of failure. Because failure is what makes us grow stronger.
Yes, Danny.
Adon,
yes.
I've got another surprise for you.
Have you now?
By the way, also Adon also falls into imitations of the Three Stooges and various cartoon voices regularly, like throughout conversations, like all the time. And there was one moment where Adon, like in the beginning of this date, he just starts going into one of his voices, and poor Danny just goes, "Oh dear, oh dear."
Adon, I find he's checked out a lot.
I wasn't happy with the way Adon behaved. No, I'm not happy with Adon, to tell you the truth.
All right, she's got another surprise.
Yes.
Everyone, my OCs would love it. Oh, Scales, don't be like that. Scales.
Oh, you have to wait for it. Wait for it.
She made a cartoon.
Oh my gosh.
They're kissing.
Beautiful. I love how you cartoonized me.
Animated. Okay, they walk into a house. It looks like a cake. He's clapping for it. He likes it. And then,
oh my gosh.
They get under the covers.
Whoa.
Right. And start getting physical. They get under the covers. She made a cartoon of the two of them jumping under the covers.
Looks like Temptation Island.
That's right. That's right. What was the guy's name?
Porque.
Porque!
Began with an M.
Yeah. So then she writes, it's
been a year. Is it time to do the deed?
Happy anniversary, Adon.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Okay, so now hit pause. So now she's saying, like, look, we've been together for a year. Yeah. Maybe it's time a little P&V stuff, you know?
You crying?
A little.
Yeah.
A little, right?
Yeah, this hits home.
And then now they're gonna make out a little. So if you're listening at home, you know, they're gonna make out a little. So that's what the sounds are that you'll hear. Careful.
Ready for the rest of the night, my dear?
Yes.
He doesn't want
I'm glad to hear it.
She's saying yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Is it uncomfortable?
A little.
If you're uncomfortable, certain parts, like me nibbling your ear, it's just,
Yeah, I mean, I like to keep it to the mouth, please. I appreciate it.
All right, that's fine. I respect your boundaries.
I mean, can't everybody communicate like this? Wouldn't it be great if everybody communicated like that?
Keep it to the mouth, please.
I like that he wanted to kind of stop kissing, and she's like, "No, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going.
I want a whole cartoon saying,
yeah, I want to make love to you.
Yeah,
I made a cartoon of it.
Yeah, this is how bad I want it.
Keep going, because then he goes like, "Are you ready to continue the night?" And she goes, "Well, before we continue the night, why don't we discuss what was in that cartoon that I just put in there, Adon? Why don't we talk about the deed?"
He's horny.
Well, before, when he said that, she goes, "Yes."
Yeah. She wants it, dude. And good for her. You've been in a relationship with a year with the person you love. You should express yourself physically.
Adon.
I don't know if Adon's a physical touch guy.
Appreciate that.
There you go. Keeping it to the mouth.
What do you think about that final message?
I'm going to say this. It made me speechless, but I know what you were talking about, but I got to say this. As long as we keep it safe, you know? So.
We are keeping it safe.
So that's Adon's thing, that, like, he just wants to make sure that you use protection. But it's like, you've been in a monogamous relationship for like a year. I don't understand.
I don't know
like,
what it's been.
It's not the most romantic thing in the world to be like, if a girl goes like, okay, I'd like to take our relationship to the next level, and maybe if we use a condom, maybe, I don't know.
I did one on unwanted pregnancies.
Could be, but he's talking about keeping it safe. When you say keep it safe, you could say pregnancies, but a lot of times keep it safe, they say to prevent sexually transmitted diseases, which is not the nicest, most polite way to handle yourself. I personally don't think that, you know. And you don't have to say, like, before we even decide if we're going to do this or not, let's discuss condoms. Like, I don't, you know, you'll get there. You know what I mean? Or you're the guy. You could just bring a condom with you.
She probably has one.
I mean, if if she sniffs out that that's what Adon is into, then yeah, she'll be ready. So I told you, Connor is my guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm not surprised by that.
Why?
Because he's a cool guy.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. His mom is really trying to set him up for success. And trying.
2 other siblings.
He's got 2 other siblings and they all support him.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom is trying to move him into the guest house so that he can have some independence. And they kind of, the 2 of them kind of come to a head. And this, I don't know, I like this so much because I didn't realize that they were in a fight. And I would imagine hanging out with Connor, it would be a lot of like, oh, I didn't know we were in a fight. I thought we were joking around. And then you realize like you're in a knockdown drag out, like he's pissed.
Oh yeah.
So this is Connor from Love on the Spectrum.
Handle your finances just fine. You can have your guest house, maybe learn to drive and have a car, and guess what? Still have some money to do things.
Take people on dates. Yeah.
And pick up the check.
But know this, if the check demands a tip, I never pay any higher than $5.
Know this. I love
He's
this.
extremely declarative.
Yes, that's what declarative was the word that I was going to use. I like that everything becomes massively declarative, and it's like, this is the announcement you've been waiting for. Know this. I never tip more than $5.
Well, because he loves medieval stuff.
That's right.
Dragons, that whole like era.
Right.
Cheap fuck too.
Huh?
He's a cheap fuck.
But well, that's what they're. I mean, the mom. That's what the mom has a major issue. Like the rest of the family is like, you have to. 20% is the going rate. So unless every meal is like $20, I mean $5 on a $20 meal, I guess is okay. But like, yeah, $5. Know this. He's my favorite person.
Yeah.
And pick up the check.
But know this, if the check demands a tip, I never pay any higher than $5.
What?
Just 20%.
Connor, you wait for $5? Do you understand that waitresses and waiters don't make a lot of money? That if you got great service and you gave someone $5, that's an insult.
What you call an insult, I call luck. But I was actually hoping to one day work myself toward riches.
That's fine.
Don't you get that,
you have to be a decent.
Weren't you one day hoping to work yourself to riches?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't you want riches?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And how are you going to get to riches tipping more than $5?
Yeah.
He wants riches. Riches! He does this thing with his hands where it's almost like a gabagool. Riches!
Troy, you don't seem into this.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I have to watch it. It seems a little sad.
No,
I feel kind of
what are
bad
you talking
for
about?
I feel like we're laughing at like special needs people.
No, they're having a great time. Their
yeah, I
family's
see that.
supporting them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And the family's pushing back on his clearly out of touch opinion.
Yeah.
They're not like, okay, Connor, $5, sure.
Riches!
And human along the way, okay?
Do you know what making sacrifices gets you? A kick in the head and a spit in the face.
I don't know who burned you at your ripe old age of 25, living a really nice life. I don't know who made you this salty, but you need to take a few steps back. You're being very pessimistic.
So what am I supposed to do? Walk around with a cross around my neck, wearing holy robes, shave my head?
Guess what? That's extreme over here. You're talking about being here. Guess
That's
what?
also
There's
like
a lot of gray.
part of the like lessons from this show is like listening to the parents interact, because you go like, she's handling it so well and being like, hey, whoa, we've gone a little too far here. This
She's
is what we
handling him
should
like
be
a person.
doing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
And there's a lot of middle area. I know you are uncomfortable with gray. You don't need to be here and you don't need to be here. You can live here.
Yeah.
I think you're just thrown because you didn't know something. Tomorrow morning, I bet $1 million you're going to wake up and you're going to say,
I love this. He's right.
Geez, Mom, I thought about that and you're right about the tipping. That's typically
Yeah, but I know
how this
this for a
goes.
fact.
What's that?
You don't have $1 million.
Boom, roasted. Roasted. Let's go to Jonathan in Connecticut. What's up, Jonathan?
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
So yeah, I realized after watching the show, and then when going on the subreddit, that Reddit is really going down the shit because nothing is sacred. Because if you go on their subreddit, it's all people shitting on either Danny or Tanner's mom for, potentially with the RFK statement, right? And then Abby's mom for bringing them on Logan Paul. Like, they can't just leave something like this as innocent alone. Like, Reddit is just ridiculous with this.
Yeah, there is a thing, I mean, on the internet where, like, there are people who you have to find some loophole. Like, there's got to be something about this that's bad. There's got to be something about this that we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, because, like...
Logan Paul comments are hilarious because they're just shitting on Abby's mom because they're like, why would she ever bring Abby on this asshole's podcast?
Which is really more just like they don't like Logan Paul. Like, there's nothing wrong with her doing Logan Paul's podcast.
It's not
like they mistreated her on Logan Paul's podcast. They just don't like Logan Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Jackson in Virginia. What's up, Jackson?
Hey, y'all should definitely check out Heavy Metal Queen by James. It's his song.
Yeah.
The video is cinematic.
He's the man, dude. James rules. He knows exactly. He's actually the next one, because not only is he great, but I mean, the way this guy houses cotton candy is like nothing that I've ever seen before. It's amazing. Scott in North Carolina?
Yeah, I'm with Troy, man. It seems a little exploitive, kind of sad. I've seen it come up.
Have you watched the show? I mean, Scott, have you watched the show?
I haven't. I've seen some previews, and I'm just listening to it. I'm with Troy, man. It just seems kind of sad. I don't know. I haven't watched it because I feel like they're just exploiting these folks, you know?
Well, don't you think that you
I
should...
don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, don't you think you should watch before you, like, accuse people of exploiting people?
I'm not accusing, but it's a bunch of waterheads, and we're like, how are they not exploiting them?
Yeah. I mean, that feels like you might be the problem.
I mean, for sure. It's definitely, but yeah, it just seems sad. I don't know. Yeah, that's probably my own agenda, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying you guys are. I'm just saying it isn't that way at all.
No.
Okay. All right, I'll give it a try. Try not to feel disgusting. All right. I don't know. It's like watching midget porn. It's interesting, but you're
I think
confused on how you feel.
I think.
So.
Thank you, Scott. I think there are people that have spent so much time being shitheads themselves that they're like, this has to also be a shithead thing, right? And you're like, it's not a shithead. And then, like, not saying this is not you, Troy. I'm saying this about the caller. Like, they get so confused, right? When they're like, well, I'm done being a shithead, and that's a shithead thing to do. And it's like, no, they're not being shitheads. Well, I don't know. I've been a shithead all my life, I feel. Yeah, so this is, James is on a date, and I mean, just watching how quickly he eats cotton candy it was amazing to me.
Oh, here, our desserts are here. Yes, let's have some dessert now.
How do you even, like,
I know.
it's like,
I just compress
this is
it.
the pom-pom.
I mean, I also have a great admiration for the fact that, like, you look at something like cotton candy, that you would think it's been perfected, and he's like, no. Like, all he has to do is look at it and go, there's a much better way to do this. Like, there's no reason to do it the way it's been done all this time. We can take care of this lickety-split, no problem. He's like, there's nothing to this. I don't even like this. And then you're watching him, and it's like, yeah, I could have been doing this all along.
How do you even, like, it's like,
I just compress
this is the pom-pom.
I mean, it's like gone.
You're...
And I watched it like multiple times to see if it was editing.
Okay.
It wasn't.
I don't like it.
No. Some people compare cotton candy to clouds, but sometimes you may see in fictional movies, you'll see people touching clouds if they're solid. They're not. Clouds are water vapor, so it really bothers me when movies show clouds as being solid because they're not solid.
That's a good point. It's a hell of a point. Over the cotton candy too.
Oh yeah.
Is this Heavy Metal Queen?
Yeah.
Is this James's metal song? I don't know if I've heard this before.
James loves metal.
Yeah, I know that.
He loves it.
I know that.
So, did you finish the season?
No.
Okay.
Is this part of the season?
I mean,
I only watched 4 episodes. It's great.
Okay, it's about the girl that he's with.
Okay, I don't care about spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can watch a little. Oh, yes. I also love, you know what's great? That, like, what would you do if you got famous? You know, like, so many people, like, they get a little taste of fame and they just start chasing fame. They completely lose who they are. They completely sell out. And it's like, whatever, I don't care. You tell me what to do. Whatever will keep this attention on me, I'll do it. But people on this show, James, it's like, well, now that I have people paying attention to me, now that I have, what would I like to do now that people know who I am? You know what I would like to do? I want to do a metal song. This is the shit that I like. This is what I like. And this is what will make me happy. And he goes and he does stuff that makes him happy. And this is what we should all be doing. It's so good. Wow. This one was amazing to me. This is where I kind of left off on episode 4.
I can't believe you haven't finished yet.
I felt gluttonous at a point.
Okay.
Because I was just watching them all one after the other.
Yeah. And there's not that many.
Right. And it got to the point where I was like, I can't just keep. I get that that way with all shows, no matter how much I'm liking them. Like if I've watched 4.
That's right, you still haven't finished Black Mirror.
No, I did finish Black Mirror.
Okay.
Ended great. Stuck the landing.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'm ever getting back to Severance. I mean, that was left in the dust. So many other shows.
Which really annoys me because, like, you can't be that invested in it then. If you don't want to know how that story ends.
I was more invested in White Lotus than Severance, for sure.
Yeah, you were.
I made the choice.
You wouldn't shut up about White Lotus.
Love White Lotus.
Yeah, it's good.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's the best.
You finished Black Mirror, right?
I will tonight.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Well, you getting mad at Troy now?
I just figured he would.
Well, we have other stuff to do than just sit around watching TV all day, right?
What'd you do last night?
Wait. Me and you, or we, everybody in here?
All he does is sit around, drink, and watch TV.
I'm surprised he remembers any episodes. Blacked out.
I watched it. I see the credits.
Yeah. I see the bar is all the way at the other end.
I guess I watched that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't act like you're spending your evenings reading or something.
No. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But you go to sleep early.
I go to sleep real early.
Plus, you're not going to miss.
What time do you go to sleep? During the week.
If I could be in bed if I'm in bed by 9:15, it is a good
quarter of?
Yeah.
Not quarter past.
No.
No, it's fine. I've been going to bed at 9 lately.
At 8:45, the sun is up.
I know.
I'm not going to bed at 8:45.
Especially in the summer.
That's
the sun's full out.
Yeah. Once we get into like June, July, it'll look like it's 2 p.m.
I feel like I just need a full night's sleep.
Do you have blackout curtains or something?
No.
But
I'm just exhausted.
And do you kind of feel good, like the fact that, you know what? I love that I'm getting in bed at 8:45.
I do.
It feels good, right?
I got the fan on.
Oh.
Under the sheets. I feel took a fresh shower.
Does your fiance have to go to bed at 8:45?
No, she stays up and watches TV.
You don't have a lot of space in your apartment.
I can sleep with the TV on, no problem.
Doesn't matter.
I have the fan blasting. I can't hear shit.
Oh.
What about Toots?
Toots is doing his thing.
He's doing his thing too. He lives fairly independently.
Oh yeah, he doesn't need us. He's doing his thing.
Right. That's good.
Yeah, 9's not crazy.
No.
Yeah. Especially, we're getting older.
Oh, yes,
you need your sleep.
I do. And if you want me to be in any sort of not of a grumpy mood when I come in here,
I don't mind if you're a little. I don't mind if you're a little grumpy. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Call me a piece of shit.
Yeah. Try not to be grumpy every single day. Maybe get one good night of sleep. But a couple of nights where you kind of push it is fine.
Kind of needle him a little.
Yeah.
Someone didn't sleep good last night.
Oh.
So Madison.
Yeah, Madison. I liked this date for her. She found this dude who loves country music. And she's kind of into country music too. So I go, okay, this is great. And like, as somebody who is very interested in the things that I'm into, I like it when that's embraced in a human being.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about keys that songs are sung in.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude not only wants to be a country singer, not only loves other country songs, but he just tells her real quick that like, hey, by the way, I know what every country song, what key it was sang in. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah. And the amount of time they go on for naming songs and him not only knowing the song, but knowing exactly what key it was sung in blew my mind.
And let me tell you, I've seen reels where they put this clip up with the actual key that it's in.
And he's correct.
He's right 100% of the time.
He's amazing, this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was like, maybe
he's
this
not
is
just laying bullshit.
This country Prince Charming that she was looking for. I don't know, because I haven't seen I've only seen episode 4.
You live in Bradenton, or?
I live right here in St. Pete.
Oh.
I live alone.
I live with my parents.
You still live with them?
Oh, yeah.
So that'd be cool if you could be on country radio someday.
That's what I'm aiming for. You know, with songs, I also know the key in and stuff like that, too.
Really?
Yeah.
What key, for example, is Man, I Feel Like a Woman played in?
B flat.
And what about my favorite Luke Bryan song, Country Girl, Shake It For Me?
I just noticed something. When he says B flat, right? When she goes, what key is Man, I Feel Like a Woman sung in? His face changes where he sets into like, okay, we're going to do it now. I mean, it'd literally be like if somebody was like, okay, what main event at WrestleMania 3? I'm like, oh.
Here we go.
Yeah. And I know what this feeling is. Like,
Sam's got a little kinship here.
100%. When somebody starts going like, no, we're just going to do WrestleMania main events, and I'm looking at them and I can tell they are actually, they're not just placating me, like they're interested in the conversation. I go, this could last for hours and I'd be happy. So I totally, when he's like, oh shit, you're going to start asking me what key songs are in? It's not like, oh man, she's going to call me on my bullshit. It's, yes. Yeah, I'm going to shine bright here. And look at it. And so now knowing that, like, watch his face as he starts listing these keys, because it's like, this is it.
Really?
Yeah.
What key, for example, is Man, I Feel Like a Woman played in?
B flat.
And what about my favorite Luke Bryan song, Country Girl, Shake It For Me?
E.
What about Fancy by Reba?
F sharp.
What about Take Me On Country Roads by John Denver?
A.
That one's a classic.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
What about Coat of Many Colors by Dolly Parton?
B flat then C.
Boom.
Oh, you know all this. Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks.
A.
Georgia Rain by Trisha Yearwood.
B flat.
Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts.
C.
Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band.
It's F sharp.
I love that one.
Oh yeah, good song.
How's the date going, Tyler?
Great. Obviously, it's going great. Like the fact that she was able to rattle off all those songs, and he was like, "Yup, keep them coming." And it's moments like that where you go like, "Oh, at least in this moment, they've kind of found their people," and you love that. I'm telling you, man, it is so like
Sam Roberts
reassuring to humanity.
Yeah.
To watch this show.
Makes you feel good.
It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like there are good people on the planet, you know, and it brings you back down like to the basics. Like James, I love because like he's got, you know, he has no poker face, you know. So like the minute like he likes certain things, but he has an audible reaction to stuff.
Yeah.
Like he likes certain things and he doesn't like other things. So he goes speed dating a lot. And if a girl is like, I have 2 dogs, he immediately goes like, ugh.
He hates dogs.
And she's like, it's because he hates dogs. He goes, ugh. And she's like, is that a problem? He goes, no, I mean, no, it's fine. But like, clearly it is. And again, I kind of like that because there are moments like that. We know what we like. We know what we don't like. There are times where we start a relationship. We go, no, I guess it's fine that she has dogs. But eventually, you're going to get annoyed with these fucking dogs if you don't like dogs. Yeah. I'm sick of these dogs being around. I should have said something in the beginning. James is like, yeah, I like metal and cats are okay. Don't like dogs.
Do you like wrestling? No.
Do you know what the main event? Do you care about what the main event of WrestleMania 5 was? No, I don't really care.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. But that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many conversations that I have that, like, I know at a point in the conversation we should end this conversation. Like, there's no more mutual benefit to come from this conversation, and I wish that I did. Go like just send signals to be like, let's end this right here.
More people should.
Yeah, because neither one. It's not just me. Neither one of us are going to benefit from this.
Everybody's honest on that show. That's why I love it.
Yeah, and you going like, oh, we should just do the polite thing and continue the conversation.
No,
is not helping anyone.
For whose benefit?
For whose benefit? Not mine, not yours. And we're the only ones here. So, Doug in Virginia.
Sam, how you doing, buddy?
Great.
Good. Hey, I know this is kind of off subject, but you brought up White Lotus, so it's your fault.
Sure.
But we just finished it, and did you read that there might be a spinoff? And then I'll tell you why I'm angry with it from the most recent season.
No, I don't think so. Tell me.
All right. So they are talking about the North Carolina family doing a prequel to going to Thailand or India or whatever it was.
Like actually getting to know that family before they went on. I mean, I want to know what happens after they went on the vacation. So like getting to know them before they. went on the vacation. But I hope they don't, because
I want to know exactly this. I want to know afterwards as well. I want to see when they get back to North Carolina.
Yeah, it feels like the most dramatic thing in their lives happened to them on the show already. So, like, if we know that nothing that happens is going to be worse than what the dad went through and what the family's going to go through after, I don't know if it sounds that compelling to have that family do a prequel.
I know. I absolutely want to see it when they get back to North Carolina, because that's got to be great.
Got to be great. Thank you, Doug.
I've heard Mike White talk about how he would entertain the idea of doing a prequel with Jennifer Coolidge's character.
100%, because you don't like season 1, Jennifer Coolidge's character shows up and it's almost a comic relief character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the relationship is just kind of a nice thing that happens for a character that you like on the show. You don't realize that the Jennifer Coolidge character has actually set in motion it's the only character that sets in motion all of the events to extend through season 1, 2, and 3. Like, the Jennifer Coolidge character is actually the nucleus of the entire series.
Yeah.
And so, and she just shows up rich. So, like, the idea that she got rich, the idea that this person doesn't strike, the idea that she's had multiple marriages, right? Like, what'd she have an assistant for?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was she doing that required her to have an assistant that she would travel with? I have questions. I think that would be...
I've also heard him talk about how it would be fun to do, like, almost like an All-Stars season.
He really loves Survivor.
Where he
really loves Survivor.
Where you just get, like, the shittiest people from the 3 seasons so far, or whatever.
I mean, but how do you organically...
Right. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like he's just talking. You know, like, oh, that would be fun. It would be fun to do this. It'd be fun to do that. But when you really sit down and try to write it, it's like, well, why are they all there?
He's just kind of letting his brainstorm ideas be a part of conversation.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, because, I mean, it is funny that he's thinking of All-Stars, because, of course, like...
You're right. I forgot about that.
He loves Survivor. He loves Survivor so much that even after he had a career, like... He wrote and was one of the stars of School of Rock. And then a bunch of other stuff too, obviously. But like that was really kind of a breakout thing for him because School of Rock was so well received. And after that, he went on Survivor because he just loves Survivor so much. And he said that a lot of the inspiration that he got, specifically for the first season, I'm sure, but for all the seasons of White Lotus, came from his time on Survivor and the way he interacted with everybody on that show. But also... every season has cameos from people that were on Survivor.
I have no
with
idea
him.
because I don't watch Survivor.
Right, I didn't either until I read it. Like I didn't recognize any of the people. If Richard Hatch had walked by naked, I would have known who he was.
Well, yeah.
But other than that, I don't know anybody who's
recognize that naked body anywhere.
That's right. If Johnny Fairplay shows up, I get. But I don't know if I've ever. I remember he said his grandma was dead. Johnny Fairplay. That was what made him famous.
I remember that.
I don't know if I even watched that season though. I just knew Johnny Fairplay, but. Yeah, so it's very funny that he's thinking of White Lotus All-Stars. It's like slowly but surely turning into Survivor. I just want him to do another season of White Lotus. I don't need prequels. I don't need extensions from characters. Like, the formula now is so good. A loosely connected...
Yeah, and I think that's why everybody likes it.
Yeah, like, I was trying to think of, like, from season 3, what character could come back for season 4. And I guess Walton Goggins would be the one.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Definitely. Come back.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I didn't watch the last episode because I figured I got it. But no, I mean I feel like maybe like Patrick Schwarzenegger's character could come back. Like one of the people in that family, and now Patrick is on vacation by himself.
Yeah.
And that's the connective tissue. To me, because I feel like they've set it up in a way where...
Maybe he's reformed himself, he read those books, he's trying to be a good person now.
Or not, or that lasted 2 weeks and he hasn't.
Back in the... Well, I mean, we don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, the business is over, I assume.
Or he figured out a new scam.
Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe he realized he started his own... Right, because he said, I'm connected to you in every way.
Yeah.
What's his life like now that he's disconnected? I think that's the one character that pulling it out, you know... And then, you know, he could do something where he's on the phone with his mom and we know it's Parker Posey. And that's fun for us. We can picture it. We don't have to have Parker Posey on the show. But, yeah, I feel like something like that because they made it in such a way where they really can't have Uncle Rico come back.
I mean, they could.
He can't leave Thailand.
Well, he can.
He'll probably get arrested for killing his wife.
Yeah, but he's
escaped there. He changed his name.
No, I know. But like,
I mean, it would start to get a little goofy. I feel like if they were like,
I mean, he's another guy that I would be okay. Like, if you did a season where it was a prequel of Jennifer Coolidge's character, but also a prequel of his character, because
and you mixed and matched, like they weren't together.
No, they weren't together. But like,
because you think he has had scams going this whole time.
Yeah, I don't think he just like decided to do this at what, age 60?
Although they did say he was a legit government employee.
Sure. But we talked yesterday about what legit government employees might be doing.
Troy, you don't think government employees do scams, do you?
Oh, of course not.
Okay, good. Yeah, because Travis talking crazy for a second. Scott in Worcester.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I don't know if you heard, but there was an update on the Julia Louis-Dreyfus story.
Oh, really?
She actually fell in love with the Riz initially just by looking at him.
Wow.
But then it all collapsed because he started like pumping his chest out and saying, "I'm the Riz."
Nobody beats me.
She didn't like him anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Like, Jim's not. We all got the reference immediately, so I don't know.
Well, it was supposed to just be funny. Now I'm just going.
Okay.
Well, how about this one, Sam?
Okay.
The jerk store called and they're running out of you.
That's good. I love that. That's a great comeback. Well, yeah. Why? You were their best seller.
You got you, Scott.
Well, I had sex with your wife.
Scott. Sam's wife is in a coma.
Oh, damn it.
You're the best, Scott. Thank you. All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap this thing up. Stay right there.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Yeah.
Let me see those hands again. Hang on now.
I don't hear nothing.
What the fuck is going on in here?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Just a word in podcasting.
Satisfying?
Yeah, it's close. It's right there. It's in contention, I think.
If they know Nicole, they would
do it.
Oh, this is gold.
I mean, you can just submit, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine podcasters having to like campaign for award season?
The way, like, your Hollywood consideration.
Yeah, like that's the whole reason podcasting got big was because it was like counter to all this sort of nonsense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, well, what if we added the nonsense? Yes! That's a great idea. Yeah, they haven't said...
Haktua?
Haktua. Well, she's reinventing herself.
Is Talk Tua still going on?
It's on hiatus.
Oh, okay.
I thought it came back.
Maybe the season's over.
I think Talk Tua came back.
Did it come back?
I think so.
Last I read was she hasn't done an episode since December.
No, I think it came back.
Well, after the incident.
We don't talk about that too much. I think Talk Tua came back.
Let me check my Spotify.
You should check your subscriptions.
Talk.
Yeah, I mean, just go click her YouTube page, Mike. Should be up there if it came back.
Talk Tua with Haley Welch. No, last episode was October 29th.
Oh, Halloween.
Oh, wait, no, that was episode 2. Hang on.
Hey, look at that, 1 day ago.
Nope. Yep, I'm sorry.
It's back. Talk to us back.
For some reason,
going crazy for it.
It defaulted to oldest first.
Look at that, 6K views. That's
good.
It's back.
March, April. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Wow, nobody's talking about it.
Nobody cares anymore.
Well,
it's
people
over.
are pissed.
And it's over. It's over. Like people got pissed, and then there wasn't enough support to be like, "Well, we like her for the other stuff." There is no other stuff. It was the video.
There's nothing.
Yeah. Well, she's a spent on that thing. Right. Like that's all
that
it was.
Was the best thing she had offered.
Yeah. People were already like, I think so. There's like a podcast that, as like a goof, is a Talk to a recap show.
That's great.
And it's these two dudes, and they like. I've only watched the clips, but they're hilarious. They like hold glasses of wine, and they like they're like, it was so crazy to me when Haley said, "Yeah, these are the Talk to talking Talk to."
That's great.
And they just they sit on the couch the way like girl podcasters sit on their couch, like kneeling on it almost, and they just sit together with their glasses of wine or whatever it is, with their Matt Rife pillow.
Oh my god.
And they just and look, it goes on for like 40 minutes.
What could you talk about Talk to for 40
and they
minutes?
don't break character. They talk seriously, like pot it up just a little bit so you can catch their vibe.
Blew us out of the water.
I mean, I'm on dry land. This felt like kismet, no? The fact that it happened today, of all days?
Yeah, certainly. On April 8th, 2025. We're recording it this evening, hours after it's been posted. But look, I mean, they recorded this in London with special guest KSI. So we're kind of operating on London time right now. We're
like it's just like they literally go. And this is the whole thing.
Do you?
No.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
It's such a genius thing. All right. It's such a genius thing. But I think she might have had those guys on Talk Tua because she was like, well, I mean, the only buzz it's really getting is those guys that are making fun of it by doing an after show. Maybe if I have those guys on, like, people will think it's funny. Because I think they did get to go on, I think.
This guy's just spinning his wine the entire time.
The whole 40 minutes, they just spin their wine. I've never seen him take a sip.
Don't you wish you had enough time in your life to just do something like this?
I would 100% do it.
Because you'd slay it.
And I would have the best time ever with it. And I would sit there listening to Talk Tua and making notes about it and like really having like a for real after show, never smiling about it, just being like, you know, they did it in London, so I guess we're on London time. We're like just, and it's such an intellectual challenge too. Yeah. Because you watch I'm sure I've never seen a Talk Tua, I don't think, but you watch these Talk Tua podcasts, and you're like, okay, like we have to commit to the bit. Mm-hmm. We have to have a serious 40-minute conversation.
Hello and welcome back to
about this show. There's nothing here. Like it's a lack. But yeah, you see the Talk Tua guys got to the talking Talk Tua guys got to do Talk Tua.
It's a big moment for them.
Huge.
Ballpark on the episode with Brianna Chicken Fry and Grace O'Malley.
They're talking about the episodes
that they like. Where a light pops on behind Brianna Chicken Fry really added a lot to the episode and added a lot of dimension to Brianna's angle.
And then when that went out, I think we saw a best boy go down to the basement, reset the circuit breaker in a
I mean, they're great.
Time.
They're great.
The next closest one, Brianna.
No, they never break character. No. That's the whole thing. They don't break character, and they love Talk Tua. But yes.
They must hate this.
Those guys?
Yeah.
I mean,
like, I can't believe we have to do this seriously.
It's a double-edged sword, right? Mm-hmm. It's like we finally found something because they're clearly some kind of comedic performer, whether comedians, YouTubers, whatever, that they have found something
that clicks.
Yeah. I mean, I think it probably works a little better in clip format. I can't imagine watching
long form
the full 40-minute breakdown.
Yeah. No, that's funny to watch on a reel.
That's where I watch them.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of their reels. I watch them on Instagram, and I think they're the best. But I've never gone, I enjoyed that reel. I'd like 39 more minutes of this. I got it. I love it, but I got it. But yeah, she said she's reinventing herself to be a little more feminine, a little more. It sounds like she's like, I'm going to reinvent myself to be like Alex Cooper, I think. But like, Alex Cooper, like, was super popular, cultivated this image for years, and then naturally kind of grew out of it to where she's at now. Talk to her, like, this has all happened over the course of like a year.
Oh, yeah.
It's been insane.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for her in a sense that she was really thrown into this by just a clip going viral, you know? And I mean, she's got a lot of bad people around her.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too. And I think we are at the point where it starts as like fun. Let's take advantage of what we have going on right now, make a little money, have a little fun. And now she has gotten to that point where the idea of just going back to normal life
is very appealing.
I think scary.
Oh, I think it's appealing.
Like that's what gets you stuck in this thing when you're 22 and you're like, well, I don't like that everybody hates me right now, but I remember when everybody didn't hate me, and I don't want to not be famous.
I guess. Maybe it's dependent on the person.
I think it's depending on the person.
But like, I could just see somebody saying like, this is not worth it.
But you also wouldn't do half this shit just because someone told you to.
Yeah, no, you know that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I have some sympathy for her, because I feel like she's just being taken along for a ride by a lot of bad people.
I think that's very possible. Selfish people, for sure.
Selfish, yeah.
That are just like, because for the people around her,
it's like ambulance chasers, but like for like,
short-term
viral
celebrity.
video people. Yeah.
Because for the people around her, if this lasts 6 months, big deal. I just move on to the next person. I'm going to keep making money.
Exactly.
And she'll, I don't know, have to pick up her life and figure it out.
Maybe her life's over. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting blamed for any of this. Nobody knows my name. They know,
and she doesn't know better because I mean, just like anybody who might like get rich quick or whatever, like lottery winners or whatever, you know, all these financial advisors come to you, and
somebody that looks good in a suit tells you this is what people do with their money. You're like, okay, got it.
Oh, this is what I do now. I do a podcast and do T-shirts and go to country festivals. Okay,
got it.
How much am I making? Don't worry about that.
Spit on that thing. Say it again. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know if Talk Tua will get the big Golden Globe nomination. Might.
Yeah. Podcast is a crowded field.
And especially if one award for all the podcasts.
All podcasts.
Like, you know, I mean, okay, I mean, if you're telling me like...
Serial.
Yeah.
Also competing with Joe Rogan.
Serial versus Not Sam Wrestling. Like, I'm not 100% sure that you're getting the same thing out of both those shows. Like, I'm not 100% sure. Like, I don't go, oh man, this podcast Serial came out. I got some competition for my wrestling podcast. You know, I'm not 100%. It would be like if they were like, we're going to give an award for TV. You know, what do you like? You know, Nathan for You or White Lotus? Which one do you like?
Well, I like them. They're two very different shows.
So,
How about we have different awards?
Okay, both TV. Which one?
Okay, I mean,
which one do you like?
Soder.
And then are they going to go by? Yeah, are they going to go by show or ep?
Oh, well, because you have to submit something,
right? The way like. You know, Saturday Night Live will win best, you know, variety show, except one episode will have been submitted.
Yeah. So yeah, you would submit your best episode.
Right. I'll probably do the Dominic Mysterio one. Unless you think I've had a great hot take on something. I don't know.
And like, do emergency podcasts count?
That's a great question. Because if so, there should be an emergency podcast category. Because I would fucking clean that up.
You think you would beat Dave Portnoy? Doesn't he do emergency shit all the time?
No, he does emergency press conferences.
That's my bad.
That's a totally different thing.
All right.
Totally
he
different.
Do them every day.
No, because there's not an emergency every day.
Well, actually, there are quite a few emergencies
every day.
And hopefully, The Rock is on the committee of people voting because I think that I might have.
Well, then you get the inside track.
I might have a foot in the door if that's the case.
Every day.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Who would have thought there'd be that many emergencies? But there are. I mean, listen. You ever hear about 911 operators getting a day off?
No, you don't.
And when do you call 911?
Whenever there's an emergency.
And those phones are ringing off the hook.
You're right about that.
Am I right?
That's a good point.
That's a good point. That's why they had to make 311.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't expect that siren to slow down anytime soon is my point.
Now, so do you have like a 311 version of your podcast?
Yeah, it's just the instant react is 311. They're like, is this an emergency? No, I'm just reacting. This is an instant. There's the standard, there's the instant react, and then there's the emergency. Instant react is 311.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Good question.
I can't believe the Golden Globes are doing podcasts before maybe like stunt performers or, you know.
Fuck them.
Something that has to do with TV or movies.
Right. Like performers in TV and movies.
Yeah.
And that's going to be great too because like there are going to be people who are in the field that don't have their award televised.
Yeah.
So they can televise like, oh.
And are they all going to be at the same table?
Dax Shepard's interview with, you know, whoever the fuck was really great. Listen to Dax. He really like gives psychological advice to another actor. Oh, cool, man. Are they both beautiful? Oh, it's so fun.
Oh, wow.
I mean, shout out to Dax, but you know, we're giving out Golden Globes.
Monday morning podcast.
I think Bill Burr should get give him a Golden Globe. I think he'd probably rather have a Golden Globe for some of his other stuff, like television and film. But hey, if that's what he gets the Golden Globe for. Also, like, if I had a Golden Globe in my studio, people think, oh, what'd you win that for? I'd be like, no, it's just for this podcast.
It's just for the podcast.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. They gave you a Golden Globe for the podcast? Is that like an honorary award?
Weird Medicine?
With Dr. Steve?
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. I wonder if the Dabbleverse will get involved.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see. But I'll tell you what. Going forward from satellite radio is not on there, just podcasts.
Well, I mean, we own podcasts, but it's not a radio award.
But this show can't get.
No, this is a radio show.
I mean, why?
No, like Conan is available because
I want one.
No. Well, you do a podcast
for Not Sam Wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I'll do then.
Maybe Jim Norton Can't Help You will win
for your consideration.
Not Sam Wrestling.
Not Sam Wrestling. Which episode? Probably After Roman came back at SummerSlam.
You just said Dominic Mysterio.
That was a good one too, but I mean, maybe after Roman came back at SummerSlam, because I wouldn't have to share the award with Dominic Mysterio then. That was just me.
I don't think the guest shares the award.
I mean, he really carried a lot of weight on that one. I'm going to be 100% honest.
I mean, you know who would be angling to get an award?
Kurt Angle?
No.
Oh.
Your producer.
Hot Dog?
Yeah.
Oh, he would fucking love an award. I'd say you have literally zero to do with almost every episode I put out. Yeah. He would want the Dominic Mysterio. He really is involved with the live podcast only, so like 3 a year. And that's why he would want that nominated, because he would really want an award. That's why I'm going to put up the podcast when Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam. That's going to be my for-year consideration.
Because that's just you.
Just me. He was not involved. Could have been a siren involved. Don't really remember. It was great, though. It was a good, really, really strong one. So we'll see. We'll see if I can get it. If I do, I share it with all of you. I appreciate you guys. Speaking of podcasts, New Satisfying goes up in about a minute on YouTube. It's also available on the SiriusXM app right now. And we will see you all on Monday. Bye.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Greetings and citations, fine
studio, and realizing we don't have the greatest ratio of great mother relationships here. You know, that's tough. That's tough I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't take the fact that I have a nice relationship with my mother for granted. That's not given. There are a lot of people that I work with, maybe the more I thought about it, the more I was like, if I just open the conversation up in the room that I work in to, hey, did you guys see your mom on Mother's Day? I feel like that would dry up quick, you know? Yeah. But then I was like, but you also celebrate wives, the mothers in your life. I celebrate my wife, the children. Travis celebrates his wife. I saw it on Instagram. They went out to a nice meal. Trinkets were given.
Yeah, it was a great morning.
Great morning.
And afternoon.
Whoa. Double time.
Well, I mean, it was brunch. So
Double. Oh, okay. All right, no, that's smart. Okay. I thought you had to do a breakfast and a lunch. And I went, this guy, what is he, husband of the year? Very smart to go brunch, because then it's like, and if you do a heavy brunch, it might take care of dinner too.
Yeah.
Just grab some Uncrustables to just kind of satiate you around 9 p.m. and you're good for the day. But Troy, I see some people, they try to go like, also pet moms. And we know Mr. Toots, who, by the way, super agent Tony Burton was texting me. And I don't know, I think he might have made them himself. AI images of Toots.
Wow, okay.
And text even, and no offense, allowing parents with only one child to really be in the same category as other parents.
I get that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like...
That's like, okay, you had one. Okay.
Right. Like, I see some of these posts, they're like, happy Mother's Day, she's amazing. And I go, amazing? One kid. That's not,
big whoop.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right, but like a lot of times those women also have to take care of their husbands.
That's fair.
You know?
No, that's technically they have to deal with 2 children.
Right. And one of them looks like Nathan Fielder in a diaper. Which can get really, really difficult.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that firsthand. Okay, so if you're taking care of a man-child husband, then that's fine.
Hypothetically.
Totally hypothetically. Of course. Then in that case, that's like having a couple extra kids.
Oh, yeah.
So then it's huge respects to the women.
Because a man-child, that's just the worst.
That's tough. That's tough to deal with, to raise. Because you do have to raise them.
You have to, look out for them.
And sometimes you don't know it. Sometimes you get married and you're like, I'm marrying a man. And then they reveal, that's the prestige. That once the paperwork is signed... And let's say also there's immigration involved. Once that's all signed off, they go, by the way, I'm not only a man, I'm a man-child.
I wouldn't want to be in that position.
No, it sounds terrible. Yeah. The man-child position or the wife position?
The wife position.
That sounds off. The man-child position actually doesn't sound so bad.
Great. Yeah. I bet he plays Fortnite.
I'll bet so too. I'll bet so too. Yeah, okay, so if you're raising a man-child and also a child, you deserve a parade.
Oh, yeah.
On Mother's Day. But my question is, does your fiance feel, like she should get a little credit for case? That's like having a couple extra kids.
Oh, yeah.
So then it's huge respects to the women.
Because a man child, I mean, that's just the worst.
That's tough. That's tough to deal with, to raise. Because you do have to raise them.
You have to, like, look out for them.
And sometimes you don't know it. Sometimes you get married and you're like, I'm marrying a man. And then they reveal, aha, that's the prestige. That once the paperwork is signed, and let's say also there's immigration involved, once that's all signed off, they go, by the way, I'm not only a man, I'm a man child.
I wouldn't want to be in that position.
No, it sounds terrible. Yeah. The man-child position or the wife position?
The wife position.
That sounds off. The man-child position actually doesn't sound so bad.
Great.
Yeah.
I bet he plays Fortnite.
I'll bet so too. I'll bet so too. Yeah. Okay. So if you're raising a man-child and also a child, you deserve a parade.
Oh yeah.
On Mother's Day. But my question is, does your fiance feel, like she should get a little credit for